What's up? I'm on time. Just like always.
In honor of today's stream, all hail the Otter Queen.
I'm scared. Wait, that broke tradition. Ads. Oh yeah, I was gonna turn off ads. How do we do that? Dear Imperial Viewer, thank you so much for the 12 months. Thank you, thank you. 12 months here in this dug hole. Hell yeah. How do I do that? Partner? Oh, people are already trying for Zorbies. Wait, how do I stop it? Use the ad manager to okay, set the intervals. We provide a heads up warning. I'm reading about ads. Oh god, no. Okay.
Hey Doug, what would win in a fight, a gorilla or an entire nest of wasps?
Pretty sure gorilla. How do I turn it off? Upcoming ad. Opt out. Is that how I do it? Just on the ads incentive program, you'll not be able to opt back in until next. Wait, what? I thought I can pause it and then come back. Oh well. Is it still gonna play ads? I was trying to turn them off. I'm confused. Anyway, yo, what up? Pause the stream for that one guy. What do you mean? You're doing the Point Crow thing. Did he talk about that yet? Has he announced it? Not that there's anything to announce if he hasn't. Did he tweet it or something? He tweeted it. Ooh, cool. Let's look at it. Why? There we go. Announcing my largest stream yet. Mario Party in real life. I don't even know this information yet. Let's go! Oh, she's doing it on YouTube? Oh, fuck, dude. I didn't know he was doing it on YouTube. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm really, really excited about this.
Hey,
it's gonna be
Doug,
sick.
It's been 12 months. 12 months here in this dug hole. 12 months with you. All the joy, all the sadness, all the laughter, all the crying. And what do I have to say about it?
Well, hold on.
Get me
Who's
out
been
of
crying? Okay. I feel like nobody's been shedding tears in my streams, okay? Did you get to pet an otter? No, I didn't. Whoa, why are people just spamming Rosa? Hold on. Hold on. Use your words. Speak like a coherent human being. We'll get to all the things. So today I'm just gonna talk about the trip. Actually, a couple things. I should probably change the title. No, I'll just do that. Okay. So today, hello. Seems like people are here. Couple of things. I cried once. When are you crying? Nothing is that emotional in my stream ever. Except that one time. Parkster shot me. Davey. You didn't cry when Davey was here. Where the hell did I put all the pictures? I did it. I went to the Monteray Bay Aquarium. Wait, let me get rid of my... When football was canceled. Okay, that was kind of sad. Alright, yo. Okay, hey, hold on. Calm with the spam. All right, it's people just yelling a lot. Calm down. All right, take a deep breath. It's Tuesday at like 1 o'clock. All right, you don't have to freak out. It's gonna be fine. Today, last weekend I went to the Monteray Bay Aquarium. There's a couple more things I got to do to close out the all the charity obligations from the charity stream that we did 2 months ago. A little over 2 months ago. 2.5 months ago now. And I did, in fact, go to Monteray Bay Aquarium. I did not, just to set the expectations here quickly. I did not, like, touch Rosa the Otter. You can't do that. But I got close, and then they got to show us a bunch of cool stuff. So today, I'm going to show the pictures and videos from the visit to the Monteray Bay Aquarium. Including the video of me swimming in the ocean as a promo for next year. As well as I have these Rosa temporary tattoos, which I need to put on my body somewhere. As well as playing an otter video game. I found a really great looking otter video game on Steam that everybody agrees looks incredible. So we're gonna play that. So that's the plan for today. We'll do all those things. For people who missed it, I mentioned it, I think a couple times now. I decided to not do a permanent tattoo, just for people who are curious. I realized that a permanent tattoo is something that makes me very uncomfortable, and that I agreed to it in the middle of the stream without realizing what I was really agreeing to, and did not think it through because it was in the middle of a very high octane thing that I was just kind of like going along with the flow, because I didn't plan for anything that was going to be happening that day. And turns out I am really uncomfortable with the idea of a like otter being tattooed on my body, regardless of what the design is. I actually had a design created by a wonderful artist in our community, which I will show. But the trip to the aquarium, all the pictures and videos, the swimming in the ocean, and playing the otter game are all to help compensate for the fact that it ended up being a temporary tattoo rather than a permanent one. As I mentioned in the past, I apologize to people who really wanted that. It's not something I actually take lightly. I actually feel really shitty about going back on like a charity promise, but I also like need to not do something that's going to make me super uncomfortable for the next 80 years. So I do sincerely apologize for kind of changing what I had promised to do, but hopefully the stuff today compensates for that. I want to make sure people feel like they still got something fun. With all that said, let's go over things. So I do have 2 of these tattoos that I got. So the actual design, let me pull it up. Wait, what the hell? Where is it? Oh god. Oh god. Don't panic. Where'd it go? Okay, cool. So, for people who were here in the last stream, a wonderful member of our community reached out and offered to help design the tattoo. I did, like, go through the work of, like, trying to figure out what I was interested in or thought I would be interested in. This is from Monteray Art. She reached out and we worked on this together. It is so fucking adorable. What an amazing design. So I want to give a huge shout out to Monteray. I don't know how to pronounce exactly. Also, please go give them a shout out on Instagram as well as Twitter or any other thing you're looking for. They do commissions as well. If you are interested in getting your own adorable piece of art created, I think she's wildly talented. I really think it's great stuff. So be sure to check out Monteray Art. Created this wonderful piece of thing. Still ads. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about ads. I'll talk about ads in a second too. So I went to Inkbox and I got these made. So I used the design that she made, and I don't know where to put them. We have 2 of them. You owe us a Billy Mays. What do you mean? So, I haven't even done a temporary tattoo, so I have them here. Apparently it takes like an hour for it to... I don't want to do forehead, because I'm going to be in like a stream this weekend. I think I should do one on my bicep. I don't want to do the forehead or like neck, because I'm like doing some event at somebody else's stream. I don't want to just be the most egregiously... obnoxious thing. We could do chest, but I have like a fairly hairy chest, and you're not supposed to do it where there's a lot of hair, I don't think. But that could be funny because we could see what happens. That'd be part of the excitement. Okay. Exfoliate area with primer wipe for 30 seconds. Wait 30 seconds to dry. Peel off the tattoo backing, place it sticky, peel off tattoo border, leave on for 60 minutes, avoid excessive movement and sweating. Your tattoo will look light blue or dark green at first. It will darken in 24 hours. Oh, oops. Okay, well, these last for like 2 or 3 weeks, I think. I don't know exactly how long. Put them on my butt cheeks. Well, then I can't show it to you. Look, if you guys want to vote for my butt, I'm fine with that, but then I'm not showing it to you on stream. We have 2. We can do one on bicep and one on butt, or one on chest and one on, I guess we can do it, put it to a vote, I guess. Let me pull up the old, God, this old dot, MA.PE, here we go. 1 for each butt cheek. You just won't be able to see it, but if you, I promise you I will put these on my butt cheeks if you guys want that. Where to put them? Again, I'm not gonna do like face or neck, but I'm pretty much fine anywhere else. Like bicep, I feel like would be fine. Tramp stamp. Put it on Pornhub. I guess whenever we do the Pornhub Patreon. I don't want to show my ass cheeks at any point. Ass cheeks. Only for Doug's viewing pleasure. Chest. Where else? Like quad? Calf? Get Parkster to put the tattoo on your ass. I am perfectly capable of putting this on my butt. I don't need Parkster to come here. I think he's in Idaho anyways. Let me check where he is. As a reminder, he just like, his location is visible to me at all times on Google Maps. So I will just, yesterday I texted him and said, I hope you're enjoying the eye and foot, what is it? The eye and foot clinic. And he was like, no, I'm just driving past that. Okay, somewhere in Idaho right now. I'll text them. I'll see if he can swing by. Inner lip. In my urethra. The problem is just like, I don't think it'll fit, and also, you would not be able to see it. Back of leg? Isn't that like calf? Somewhere on my calf. Forearm? Yeah, I can do forearm, I guess. On my eyeballs. Showing ass is not against terms of service. That is so incorrect. I cannot just show my ass on Twitch. It's very incorrect. Oh yeah, just like my stomach. Yeah, I don't want to do side of neck or face because I'm like doing Point Crow's thing this weekend, which will be sick. I don't want to just have like a giant fucking tattoo on my face. Also, I don't really want to do that in general. Tummy and use the belly button. What would I use the belly button for? Wait, where? Okay, because here's the design. What would I do? I don't know what I... Anyway, we could try to incorporate the belly button. Yeah, see, eyelid doesn't really make sense. Nexo head is poking out of your shirt. No. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what character I am in Mario Party yet. I don't think it'd be visible. I mean, chest would be nipple. All right, this seems wrong. Fine, lower back. Feels like we're on the same page. All right. Any of these that are particularly compelling. So I'll apply this. And then we'll have it, like, applying for 60 minutes while I talk about what happened at Monterey. Oh, I'll probably need to, I'll probably need... Wait, forearm. Is my I guess that's fine. So one on my forearm and one on my ass. Okay. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, alerts are probably gonna be really delayed today. Because I'm gonna have to pause them most of the time. Wait, who is that? Salt Prism, thank you so much for the 12 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. How even big is it? Pretty big. Okay. It looks like there's a narrow battle between bicep and ass cheek. You guys are really gonna have to go hard on the butt if you want it.
Can you please take a picture?
Okay, here, how about this? Oh god, I can't see what it says. Wolford, thank you so much for the 12 months. I appreciate it. How about this? If I put one on my ass, I promise I will send an ass I'll send Parkster a picture of my ass tattoo. Fair enough? Let me text him and make sure that's cool then. Hey, if I put a tattoo on my butt cheeks, can I send you a picture? Yeah. It's gonna be so uncomfortable when the tattoo starts to disintegrate. I don't know how these work really. I think they just like fade away. I don't know if they like fall off or whatever. I mean, these last a couple weeks. Okay, Parker says yes. It looks like with that, ass is slightly ahead. All right. Cool. So I'll put one on my forearm, I'll put one on one butt cheek, and then send it to Parker. Thank you again to Monteray Art for creating this wonderful design. Really do appreciate it. Did a wonderful job. Mikhail Jordan, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
These
all right.
bits are for Queen Rosa.
Thank you, Cat Clone. Yeah, I'm really excited to like show you all the stuff they showed me. It was really cool. There's just like a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on that I didn't realize. Okay. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Zeno, thank you for the 2 years. Okay. What do I do? So, okay, so I put this on first, I think. Can I do the ass thing off stream? Can I do that afterwards? You guys wouldn't be able to look at it anyways. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to just like stop streaming for a little bit.
Open the floodgates!
I mean, I'm not gonna do it on stream. I'd have to like leave the. Okay, we'll do fart gates. 3.
Close the gates!
Okay, you got like 6 seconds.
Close the gates! Close
God.
the gates!
I love how many fart barons that are that just instantly close the gates. You guys get absolutely
A
roasted.
play on words enters the room and stabs a dozen people. Only
Close the
That tattoo. Peel off the tattoo backing. Place the skin sticky side down. Peel off the tattoo board. What the fuck? What do I do? Hold on. Well, I'll do the thing in a sec. Let me get this on my skin. Place tattoo on. Okay, peel off the backing. So this. Oh shit. Okay. And then I put it on my skin. Sticky side down. Wait, do I have it like this or like this? Probably like this, I guess. Would she be like facing me or down? Shave? Nah, I'll be fine. Forgot to do that. The thing's already open. We have no time. Down? Wait, what does down mean in this context? Facing towards me, right? Facing us. No, you aren't here. I used the scrubby thing. Facing toward... Wait. Facing away from you. Head towards elbow. Okay. Should be like facing other people, I guess. Okay. Like there?
Doug, it's weird seeing you trying to pass as a real human and not a deranged internet stranger.
Okay. Let me open the fart gates. I just got here. What the hell is happening? I'm going to talk about the Monteray Bay Aquarium trip that I did a couple days ago. We do have to... Oh, wait. Before I put this temporary tattoo on my ass, I do have to open the fart gates. 1 second. Wasn't it bicep? It was forearm, right? Okay. You only got 6 seconds of it. But peasants, enjoy your access to free, unrestricted farts in 3, 2, 1. It's not funny anymore. Guys, we need to grow up. Okay. But hey, I'm proud of the fart barons.
You're lousy.
It was never funny? That's not true. It was funny a little bit. See? Wait, who opened it?
Another play on words enters the room and looks after the wounded, or pun intended.
Like a swarm of bees. Yeah, it sounds more like bees than farts at this point. All right, what else? What else are we talking about? See, it's funny. Okay. Hilarious as always. I'll put on the Who song. I'm gonna go put this thing on my asshole, and then we will start talking about the Monteray Bay Aquarium and how that trip went. Xnox, thank you so much for the 12 months. Appreciate it. Be right back. I'm gonna do this in the bathroom, not on stream. Okay. All right, we're good. I can feel the ink surging into my butt cheek. Oh, wow, that hurts. Wait, what was I supposed to do? Peel off the tattoo border. Nah, it's probably fine, right? What do I do? I don't even do that. Wait, what? Yeah, it's probably fine. All right, cool. So, for people who don't know, the last couple days, I went to the Monteray Bay, and I got to visit the aquarium, which was super, super, super cool. And so, me and 3 friends went, and we took some pictures and videos that I want to show, off. Ow, this is really hurting. So, took a bunch of pictures and videos of the different part of the process, and it's just going to be story time, hooray, settle in, stories. And then after that, we'll play the otter video game. This is why you need to shave. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's quite painful. Whatever. It'll be fine. Change the title. I mean, that's what the title still makes sense, right? Hella707, thank you very much. The 18 months. Did you shave your cheek? You're asking if in the 30 seconds that I was gone in the bathroom, I shaved my butt cheeks. No, I didn't. It'll be fine. My butt's less hairy than my arm. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pause the alerts and stuff. Again, probably the alerts will be really, really far behind. Oh, the text down there. Yeah, got it. Talking about trip to Monteray Bay Aquarium. Did you clean them? Yeah, I used the wipe thingy. Please talk about ads. I feel like that's less exciting.
So happy
I'll talk about them
to
after.
meet the Queen. I actually went there when I was like 9.
Yeah, so, okay, so I'm going to pause alerts for now. So, the context for the Monteray Bay Aquarium, obviously, we talked about it during the charity stream this week, this year. We did the charity stream. I talked about how I went there as a kid. I grew up in Sacramento, which is like 3 or 4 hours from the aquarium, and I loved the aquarium. I loved anything that had to do with, like, ocean and tide pools and all that stuff, which was awesome. I loved it growing up. I haven't been able to go as an adult. The last time I went, I was like 23, I want to say, 22. It was after college, and I went skydiving in Monterey Bay, which skydiving is kind of overrated, gonna be honest with you. But while we were there waiting for the skydiving thing, we went to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and that was the most recent time that I went. And man, it's awesome. So it's just a really nice aquarium that's in Monterey Bay in California, and then obviously they do all this charity work on top of being they do all this good work on top of being just a normal aquarium that you can go to. I highly recommend going to the aquarium. It is great. So this is me in the hotel room. This is it when I woke up. This is Monterey out there. It's very pretty. This is me enjoying the view. Okay, so and these are my 3 friends who joined for the actual tour. This is Bart on the right, and then Cleo, who voiced 2 of my old videos. What did she voice? The cooking video, the Zelda cooking video, and the can Twitch chat land an airplane? If you're wondering who voiced that, this is my good college friend Cleo and her boyfriend Cullen. So I had 3 friends join, and this is the kelp forest at the beginning. So we got there, and we got there 30 minutes before it opened, which was awesome. Got the VIP treatment. Got there 30 minutes before it opened, so at 9:30, and they were basically showing us a bunch of stuff before why are you saying American Airlines? Doug, you have legs. I do have legs. Yeah, I guess you most people haven't seen them, huh? So we basically got there, and nobody's there. So essentially for the first hour that we're there or so, we just got to like see exhibits and stuff that weren't, that are normally really crowded by people. Where are his legs? Yeah, sorry. I'll put the picture here. Whenever there's a picture, of me, I'll try to get it to a picture that you guys are comfortable with, where there's no legs involved. Tall reveal. No, these are just tall people. We're all like 6 foot. Okay, so this is the kelp forest. This is one of the opening things. So we took a picture there. And then this, ladies and gentlemen, is fucking Rosa. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's pretty goddamn cute in the video that we watch every year, but she's really, really cute in person. So this is the exhibit that we watch on stream. And then Rosa, the other 2 were back here, Ruby and Ivy, but Rosa would just come by the window repeatedly. Wait, sorry, there's no, yeah, okay, no legs, you're safe. She would just float. Okay, so there's this big pool, right? It's this big pool that we've seen before, basically, on stream, right? And Rosa just swims in these circles around, like, over and over, and then we'll just kind of slide along the glass all the way around while just, like, napping and chilling. So they fed her, like, right before, like, earlier that morning, so she was really in her zone. She was just chilling out, having a great time. But the whole time that we were there for, like, 15 minutes just, like, watching, she would just, like, come right up to the glass and then just sit there rubbing her little face like this and just doing cute stuff. Like, would just keep floating by. The other 2 were back. I mean, you can see one back here. Ruby and Ivy were just doing their own thing. And then Rosa literally just hung out by the window for, like, 15, 20 minutes straight. It was so adorable. They're actually insanely cute in person. Okay, there's another one. And then I have some videos. Look at that little adorable bear. So then they did so again, I wasn't able to like touch or interact with Rosa for 2 reasons. One, mostly like one is liability. The other is just like safety. Apparently otters can get COVID. She's vaxxed for COVID because they're part of the weasel family, which are like more susceptible to it. Pre-roll ads are on. Oh yeah, sorry. So real quick, I'm gonna disable the hourly ads for now, but I guess I can't disable it till tomorrow. So there's still gonna be an ad once an hour today. Feel free to panic appropriately. So for safety reasons, on top of me not being like a trained otter handler, and they probably don't want some like deranged dude who screams at video games all day to like run into their otter exhibit and start petting the otters. For logistical reasons, I can't go interact with Rosa, but so they basically brought us in early before anybody else is there and then did a private feeding session. So this is going on like, this is all like before anybody else gets to come in. And so you can see they brought like out here, up there, they brought like a big tray of food out. And so all of them got to have like a big thing. And then there's all these enrichment toys that are full of clams. I think that's Gerald.
Ruby, and that's Ivy over there.
Yeah, Ivy's blonde.
Gerald wasn't in the exhibit. So the other two go into the corner and then just whack their stuff against the corner. But Rosa will just go grab food and then come by the window. So you can see everybody here, like all the staff, will come by the window. And then just come right up to me and then just hang out. It was so cute. So these are little like toys that emulate clams, and you can see she's pulling the food out from the inside of it. It's so freaking adorable. And then she'll just kind of rotate around a lot. Also, they have like pouches.
And it seems like
They can just, apparently their skin isn't attached to anything. So you can just like, they can just store stuff in their skin and like make little makeshift pouches out of it. I don't know if she does it in these videos.
Hi, Rosa.
Is that not the cutest thing you've seen in your entire fucking life? She loves this spot.
Yeah, if you ever come back to Picture.
I don't know if I got a picture. Oh, you can see the other two back there. They walk, like the way they walk is really funny. They like have like a really arched, like high arched back. The other, and don't freak out, the other otters kept stealing from Rosa. They would come up and like jump in and take her toy from her. And apparently it's because she's like a little bit older. She doesn't see them coming. And apparently otters are kind of mean to each other. They're like cats, where they'll just sort of... They're more like cats, apparently, in their temper, rather than dogs. But they had so many that it was fine. Rosa would just go back and get another one. What is this? Okay, I can turn the volume down. Yeah, and they just, you can see them, like, they'll, like, hold it. Okay, oh, she got it in her mouth. They all have, like, their favorite little eating spots. Rosa, does she, like, hold it with one hand? I forget. So this is Rosa. Oh, look at her holding it in her little pouch, and then she just slides in. It's so cute. I feel like they're performing a heist every time they go get food.
You're getting away with something.
It's too bad Kit's not here because Kit's fantastic at
You can see back here, I forget if that's Ivy or Ruby. Ruby is the one who's really blonde, I think. Rosa, so Rosa has a lot of blonde hair. Oh my god, you're cute. And then I kept mixing them up. I'm pretty sure Ruby is the other one. No, Ivy is the other one that has like a lot of blonde hair, and then Ruby is all like dark hair. She's so happy. Yeah, no, she's like really enjoying it. And by the way, when the other otters would steal her toy, she didn't care at all. She would just be like, all right, and then go up and just grab another one and come back to the same spot. Like she was just, and you can see the other two like hang out in their corners. And Rosa just kind of floats by the exhibit over and over. Back there, she just beats the shit out of these toys against the wall. I don't know if we caught it later, but there was a time later where there was like a little girl against the window, and the otter's just beating this thing against, and the girl's just like shocked, looking at this otter violently trying to destroy this fake clam. They just like spinning. They just spin so much. Great job, Rosa. I like that they shake their little thing. Okay, I think this is almost the end of this video. I think we got like one or two more of just... So this was like the first like 15, 20 minutes of the tour. It was just this like feeding that is like, again, the aquarium's like closed at this point. This is just for us to get to hang out with the otters. Is there another? Yeah, a little more.
Yeah, you don't like rip it out of her hands. And that's the challenge.
What an adorable otter. Jesus.
So the other girls will see another otter coming.
I think I'm pretty sure we asked why they spin all the time. Oh, you got a shrimp? Great job, Rosa. They're just like shrimp tails that just like fall through the water all the time. Oh yeah, there's the banging. Rosa doesn't do that. She's too chill.
Right, and sometimes, you know, she doesn't know where we are. She can't see us.
The other two are like violently destroying their food. Violence pog, yeah. Rosa's more chill. Oh wait, can I do this? Ooh, yeah, there we go. We asked why they spin all the time, and they said they don't know. At least I think. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm pretty sure that they said they don't know why. It's just like a thing they do. Like there isn't a reason that she just keeps doing barrel rolls. Why do they spin? Yeah, we asked. It was, I think I'm fairly certain that's what she said, because I definitely asked, because like later on, I don't know if I have a video of it, but she'll just like go in circles, like Sonic Sonic doing his little like spinny ball thing. They'll just do that for like a minute straight. Okay, that's a shrimp, I think. And then she'll just toss the little shrimp tails on the ground and then leave. Hi, Rosa. Yeah, Rosa just hangs out by the glass the whole time. And she just kind of like slides up there. It seems like she tries to do as little walking as possible. Smeary Pine, thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. That is super generous. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think there's one more. We'll have to be pointing. It's to get the juices off their fur. All right. I mean, that checks out to me. Is that Rosa? I don't think so. So this, you got this. The one on the left was Ivy. This is Rosa. Because her blonde, she has like the blonde fur on her head. Rosa bleaches it. I'm kidding, she doesn't actually bleach her hair. I think this is the last little video for this section. We got another 4 minutes.
We trained them to help us clean their toys, clean their room, but sometimes...
So Rosa, I don't know how many feeding sessions they normally get a day, but she ate right before we came in, so she was like really, look at her little paws, look at the way she... We need a replay on that. Like, she'll just, like, do this and just, like, rub her little face. Or she'll just rub her paws together. She just does cute stuff all the time. Wait, look at that. It's so cute. Yeah, and I guess their skin is just, like, they can just use it for whatever they want. They just, like, mold it around like Play-Doh. Look at that! How do you choose what fish go in here?
Based on just kind of the ecosystem, so
I think you can see some of, like, the shrimp tails floating around that the otters ate.
as well as
Who they're now eating Rosa's leftovers.
thrive in our exhibit. We've had some fish that just didn't thrive in this environment, or
This is reading her hands to eat? I don't know what you mean. Oh, this! Well, I think I asked why they do this, and I don't think they knew. Maybe they did and I missed it. But, like, this does not make sense to me. What are you doing?
and when we had a lot of fun, it was too much for them.
Even if you, chat, come up with some plausible reason for why this creature has evolved to do this, I don't believe it. I think it's just for fun.
Basically, a lot of the exhibits
The barrel rolls, that makes sense. You get food off your stomach or whatever. But just spinning like Sonic for 20 straight seconds? Yeah, and they would just keep going. Oh, and then after they ate all the food, they started just eating ice. Like, they would just go grab ice and chomp on it. Oh, they getting in? And them slamming it against the wall, that's them doing the same behavior. Great job, Rosa. You got one. Yeah. Did she just get ice? I think she's just eating ice. Yep, she's just nomping on ice. Hey, she's holding it in her little paws. Alright, another barrel roll. Great job, Rosa. Like, you see how she just, like, makes a little, like, dinner plate out of her skin here? She'll just kind of, like, push it around and just make a little platter. It's so cute. Great job. What a good spin. And she's holding onto her little ice cube the whole time. So, ice cubes they like because they just like the experience of just, like, chomping on things. It reminds them of chomping stuff out in the wild.
She will go and usually shove whatever she found into this burrow, so that when we get it back from them, we're like, oh, look, we got the rock that
There's more Rosa videos, but from this particular angle, it's like 2 more minutes. Yeah, so I mean, you can see Rosa just swims by. It reminds them of human fingers. No, otters are not. They don't eat humans yet. The ice. Oh wait.
They all marine mammals for them. So I guess if you guys are curious.
But the otter care team was like with us during this, so they put out the food and then came back and were like answering our questions and whatnot.
It's just enrichment for them. They all marine mammals are designed to be able to drink salt water, so they have reniculated kidneys. They have a lot of lobes. Humans only have
Reniculated. Write that down.
one lobe of the kidney to secrete
Hi, Rosa.
things from water. So marine mammals have a lot of lobes of their kidneys, so it helps them drink salt water without getting sick. If we were to drink salt water.
Yeah, get that thing open.
In the wild.
Good job. Okay, I can't really hear. Something about reniculated.
Rosa just peacefully drifts by, and then you look into the background, and there's otters just banging against the...
Rosa is by far the chillest otter in this exhibit.
Well, Rosa swims by.
She's going back for more ice.
Has Rosa always been this chill, or is it more like as she's gotten older?
She's been chill for a long time.
Look at her slide around. She doesn't even bother to walk.
We're lucky to have these, because they're so cute. There's times where
She's using big words, reliculating. No, I think it was reticulating.
brings out a
Remiculating? I don't know.
fun to watch because she's usually just so chill. Ice cubes are so hard.
She's trying to grab ice right now. Oh, get that, Rosa, right there. Oh, never mind, she got some.
Nope, she got one. Good job, Rosa.
Good job, Rosa. All right, so this is when we first went there. So this is like in that first like 30 seconds or whatever. Reticulated, yeah, she has reticulated spines. Who walks? It's not 1751 anymore. God, it's so true, dude. This is the group hanging in front of the otter exhibit. I think Rosa is right there. So we got a picture with perfect timing. And so if you go to the Monteray Bay Aquarium right now, like this angle, you can see. This is all like open to the public, right? And then this is with the otter care team. So they were there, and it was great meeting them. And they were also the ones answering all of our questions about spinning and why people eat ice and stuff. Oh, sorry, the legs. This was the picture. There's nothing else going on. Okay, so then I can't show videos of this, but this is actually getting into like what they do. All I've seen up to this point when we've done these charity things is just like Rosa. We just look at the otters, but they have like a whole otter rehabilitation program, which they do. And so when we talk about like them Monteray Bay Aquarium helping the otter population like revive, right? Because they were almost extinct. I forget how many years ago, but it's like 30 or something years ago. Like they were almost extinct. Sea otters were very, 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 very almost dead. And then they've brought it back, and now there's like 3,000 or something in the wild. Like a good healthy population out in the wild now. And so they do a bunch of work to help sort of manage that population and get them back. So Rosa is a surrogate mother, so she's had 15 pups. So if they find like pups out in the wild who like lose their mother or injured or whatever, they can bring them back, and they have these like special pools which are for rehabilitating otters. 3K is like nothing. What the fuck? Yeah, there's still not a ton, but there was what, like 80 or something? I forget the exact numbers. I mean, there was like it was an insanely small number of otters. Like they were basically gone, and then over the last like 30 years they've gotten it back a lot. So there's still a long way to go, but Monteray Bay has basically helped a bunch of that. So Rosa has personally taken care of like 15 pups and helped them get back to like, to being at a healthy level, show them how to eat and interact and all that stuff. And then once the otters are rehabilitated, then they can release them into the wild. They have these like tanks at the top. And so the tanks are like, they'll have like 4 or 5 otters in there who are going through rehabilitation and sort of can monitor them here. And this is away from the public. So these are otters that like are gonna go back out into the wild, right? So they want to minimize human contact, and they want to minimize otters getting comfortable with humans, because what used to happen is they did programs where like the caretakers would just become friends with the otters, right? And the otters would see the humans as just like close friends. And so they would they would go out like swimming with the otters. So this used to happen. They would like, they would just take like a Rosa and bring them out into the bay, and they would just swim together, and the otters would just hang out. Like you just have your own like water dog that you just get to swim with for a couple hours a day, which sounds like the greatest job ever. The problem is that once they would release those otters back into the wild, the otters would be like, oh cool, humans are super chill, and then not be very self-sufficient out in the wild. So it became kind of a problem, is like, if you let them, the otters will just see us as friends and hang out and not want to go off into their, into the wild and do their own thing. And so they had to stop the program where like they would swim with the otters, and instead they're like, okay, we actually need to kind of like anonymize ourselves. If it's an otter like Rosa, then it's fine. Rosa is like permanently in the exhibit, like permanently in the aquarium. She's non-releasable. So for her it's fine, and she knows the caretakers, right? Like the caretakers are familiar with her. They have like verbal commands, all this stuff. But for the ones that they're going to put out into the wild, those otters can't become super familiar with humans. So they have these tanks up on the top. They have these tanks up at the top of the aquarium, basically. So this is like above the public otter exhibit, and it's like 2 big tanks with a bunch of otters that are just swimming around, and you can see all this is like clams and stuff. Like they're just grinding out food all day long. And then every couple of days they have to like swap the tanks. And so they have to like catch the otters in nets to move them to the other tank. And so with that one, they don't have to wear the thing. But when they're actually interacting with the otters, they have to like be anonymous. They have to not be recognizable as a human, so these otters don't get used to seeing humans being comfortable with them. So they have these suits that they put on, that they had me put on one, which is wear like a black parka and then these big gloves and then this like Darth Vader visor. So this is what they look like when they're handling the otters, because that way, like if they're, you know, doing vet stuff or whatever else, this way the otters are not like, oh, humans are super chill. They're just like, oh, the terrifying Darth Vader comes and takes care of me every once in a while. And then hopefully they don't think anybody's Darth Vader out in the wild. So they had me try on the otter Darth Vader suit. And then this is like an example, like baby otter that you'd have to take care of if you're taking them to the vet or swapping out food or whatever else. And this is with 2 of the otter caretakers who are helping like manage this program and moving all the otters back and forth between the tanks. So this was like really cool because there's like this is the tank from the outside angle. There's like a bunch of work they're doing. Oh, sorry, no legs. I don't have legs. This is the picture. They're actually doing like all this work that's going on, but it's not that they're like when we raise money, we're not literally just putting a bunch of fish and shrimp into Rose's exhibit, although we are doing that. We're also helping with these other things, like, hey, if they find otters that are injured out in the wild, they can bring them in here, like, get them back into proper health, get them back to a healthy weight, make sure they're super comfortable with all the things they need to do to survive, and then release them out in the wild. And that all happens in these areas that are behind the scenes from, like, the public exhibits. Because the public exhibits are for the otters that are non-releasable. So this, for me, was really cool. And it was like, oh, like, we are actually really helping rehabilitate and like take care of the otter population in this part of the coast, you know. Like for me, this was really cool to see, like, oh, the money we're raising is like really helping in a meaningful way, you know. So then we went upstairs. So this is like a balcony that isn't normally available to the public. This is the same angle that the cameras do the live stream from that we watch. So this is basically, I'm standing next to the cameras, but it's not normally open to the public. So they did another feeding session. Rosa was just like super spoiled. This is Rosa right here. This, I'm probably mixing them up. This is, I think, Ivy, and this is Ruby. Because Ivy's the one with a lot of blonde. But I should just double check this right now. Monteray Bay Aquarium otters. So you can actually hear them like talking to the otters. So she'll be like, she'll talk to Rosa and like.
Yeah, you should go. She's gonna keep tracking her. I'm gonna take her to the beer and go grab it.
Wait, is Ivy the? Okay, yeah, Ivy's the blonde. Okay, I got it right. Yeah, Ivy's okay. Got it. Wish I could talk to Rosa. Let us talk to Rosa. Okay, now you talk.
Activating Twitch chat.
Rosa, follow! Good girl.
Now if you say a message 10 times, it should be spoken out loud. Oh wait, did I change the code for it? Maybe I did. Hold on. Please hold. Here, you can continue to watch Rosa while I do this. Oh, I swapped it. Yeah, for that one. Okay, I'll just set it to a 1 in 20. Good job, Rosa. All right, go ahead.
Activating Twitch chat.
Wait, this is Ruby. Talk
Hi,
to Ruby.
Rosa.
No. Wrong.
Rosa.
Wrong otter. This is Ruby.
Ruby. Hi, Rosa. Hi,
There you
Ruby.
go.
Rosa.
Okay, now we're back to Rosa.
Rosa, he. Ruby.
I don't know
Rosa,
why.
we love you, Rosa.
I don't know why they do the
We love
noises.
you, Rosa. Hey, Rosa.
Because the sounds are from the trainer, I think, to let Rosa know that
Rosa,
she's done a
we
good
love
job.
you. Hello, Emerald. Hi.
Oh, apparently Ivy.
We love you. We love you, Rosa.
Ivy loves the little spa. Apparently.
You are perfect. Rosa. Rosa Pog Ruby Pog.
She's so chill. She's just hanging out, getting a little pedicure.
Queen Rosa Pog.
Oh, look at that big chunky
771.
fish. This is her third meal in like
Rosa
an hour and a
Pog.
half. Like, she's
Rosa,
she's
you
just
are the
been
main
eating
character.
so much food, dude. Great job, Rosa. Oh, she didn't like that one. This is why we
I
need to
love
raise
you,
even more
Rosa.
money next
What
year.
a strange looking dog.
Rosa hated
Trainer
this
is the
clown.
opposite of
No, get that out of my
1751.
face. Wait, does she like this one?
Rosa
okay, yeah, we're
equals
good. We're
good water dog.
There's just one bad piece.
amazing.
I'm going to show you in a little bit how much they eat. They eat
Water Rosa, dog. Marry me.
So much food a day. It's ridiculous.
I love what otters. A strange looking dog. Yum. Ew. Rosa, you're so cute.
Oh my god,
literally
this is Ivy.
1751.
This is Ivy.
I love Rosa.
Look at them, they're so cute.
Otters are pog. Sweet.
Otters are pog.
Rosa so do a barrel roll.
She's like a little cow.
Rosa,
like
Rosa is awesome. Hi, Rosa, Ruby, and Ivy, and Gerald.
Ruby.
Exclamation mark.
Who's sus?
Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Ruby.
Good job. That was Ruby.
Gaming. I just kind of peed my pants. Looking cool, Rosa. Are otters gay? Are otters
Rosa,
gay?
you're perfect. What was that?
Hi, Ivy.
I might need to turn off
Ivy.
your voice.
Rosa. Lol. Pause. Looking
she's
cool.
so adorable.
Joker. Pedicure
Just the way she
bow
picks
to
up
the
the
otter
pictures.
pogging pogs.
I don't know if I can, because I couldn't see. The sun was in my eyes, so I couldn't really see where I was
Rosa
going.
lesbian. I myself. Mom pog.
Oh, thank you.
Gaming.
I have an extra large handful. I don't know how much of it she's going to eat.
Pog. Only the best Rosa fish needs for a gun. Otters are gay. Do they sell a plush of Rosa?
What'd you think of that shrimp?
BZZZZZ.
Okay, I'm turning you off. This is the biggest gamble that we've ever done, chat. She was just handed a shrimp. I'm doing a new prediction. Does she eat the shrimp? She's been a little pickier. This is her third meal in like an hour. I don't know. Does Rosa eat the shrimp? Yes? No? 30 seconds. Get your predictions in.
Well, I don't know how much of it she's going to eat.
Okay, this isn't the shrimp yet. Hold on. I'm getting back. Okay. The question is, does Rosa eat this shrimp? She's been a little bit pickier. All in on yes. I don't know. I don't remember. The sun was in my eyes. I have no. This is just as suspenseful for me as it is for you. 10,000 on the shrimp. Go all in on the shrimp. Believe. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Does she eat it? Maybe. Okay, she's still holding shrimp. Yeah! Huge win for the believers. Wait, does she eat all of it? She's still eating. Let's go, Rosa! Big win, big win. You deserve to doubt, all right? If you doubted, you deserve to lose, all right? You don't get to complain here. Oh, yeah, she ate that shrimp. God, she did such a good job at eating it, too. Like, that was an incredible eat. Look at her little chompers. Apparently, she is missing a canine. One of her canines broke, and she had to have it removed. But she still got another chomper. And she seems to chomp with her other teeth anyways. Great job, Rosa. Matt. 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 Okay, I don't know if I was able to really... Good job, Rosa. What am I looking at? I'm a horrible cameraman. I should have asked why they do that. I assume it's just to give Rosa like an audio indicator. Good job, Rosa. Look at her. My goodness. Otters are amazing. They're so freaking cute. So this is, again, this is like an upper balcony that basically normal people, normal visitors can't go up to, but they like brought us up there. And we had to like wear masks and everything to make sure that we're like super careful about health and that kind of stuff. Because we don't want Rosa to get COVID from me. I would feel so bad. And then just look at that view, dude. The whole aquarium. Can we get the otter bark as the 2-year sub sound? No, it's not the otters, it's the caretakers. We're going, meh. It wasn't the otters. So you want the 2-year sub sound is the caretakers at the Monteray Bay Aquarium giving audio cues to Rosa. That's what you that's what you want? Because I guess we're still up on the balcony. Oh, this is just like a 2-second thing. She just, God, the way she just like noms on her little chest is so cute. All right, I'll look into it. Just another shot. Oh, sorry. We have to pretend Rosa doesn't have legs. She is just like, there is, look, I'll be honest, some degree of playing up the excitement for, no, I don't want to say playing up. I think the amount of sheer exuberance that we have every year is a little bit silly, but then you go to the actual aquarium and you go, no, wait, this is the cutest fucking animal on the planet. She is worth every single instant, like every instance of our love and affection. Like, she is so goddamn cute. Like, actually lives up to everything that you would imagine. Even if you've watched the stream in the past and gone, okay, there's a couple thousand people here are freaking about this sea otter. It's worth it, all right? Oh, and this is they brought out this extra food, and then I don't know why, but Ivy just wanted it. Oh, that's Ruby. Ruby stole all the kelp. They're like cats, dude.
So cute.
They just steal stuff. It's like there was no purpose to that. Like, she just stole it and like moved on to something else. Okay, so that was all like the tour otter, the otter tour stuff. So that was in the first like hour. They were showing us like they did the private feeding, and then we saw that like behind the scenes stuff about how they take care of the otters, and then we saw another feeding that was the public one from upstairs next to the cameras and whatnot. So the otter team was with us during that whole time, was just like answering questions and saying what was going on, unless they were, you know, obviously feeding Rose at that time. So then we did a behind the scenes tour. So if you go to the Monteray Bay Aquarium, you know, you'll walk around and it's just all these exhibits and stuff. Basically behind the exhibits is where we were walking. So this is all the stuff that goes on like behind the giant aquarium tanks and whatnot. So there's a couple things. I didn't take a crap load of pictures. It's a lot of this type of stuff. I think there's maybe, oh, well, here you go. And don't worry, chat, I don't have legs. And I guess it's 10 o'clock? It's 10 o'clock. So, oh, it's a good thing I'm divorced. So this is behind the exhibits, and basically they do a bunch of like science and research and stuff like that back here. So they'll have like researchers and stuff come in from other institutions or do their own research. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on like behind each of the exhibits and additional things happening. I forget what this is. This is maybe, there's at least one of the tanks that like you have scoliosis, your posture's horrible. My posture is fine. What are you talking about? I look completely normal. Like I was probably arching my back a little bit to like get a better picture. What are you talking about? This is completely normal looking. Your posture is shit. It's horrifying. This is what a human adult looks like. Your back, okay. Doug doesn't have a back. My back is slightly arched because I'm taking a picture of a thing. He's popping his ass out. My ass isn't even in the picture. I'm obviously not doing that. You can judge my posture for the rest of this if you want. My posture is perfectly fine. So this is like I think this is one of the tanks where like if they get a fish from like super down on the ocean, you can't just pull the fish back up to the top because it'll get the bends because of the difference in pressure from the like deep in the ocean to the top. So they got to like pull it up and then put it in a depressurizing tank. So they put the fish into a depressurizing tube. Yeah, it's like a fish iron lung. They put it in an iron lung and then slowly depressurize it so they can get used to whatever the pressure is going to be in their new exhibit. So that's like, because they have a new exhibit for deep sea animals and they have to do that because otherwise the fish are going to be like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? There's no pressure in my life anymore. Let's see what else. Okay, this is the sea otter diet. So you can see 10 pounds of headless Gulf shrimp, 3.3 pounds of whole squid, 15 pounds of surf clam tongue. The otters eat like, I don't know, yeah, like 25 pounds of food a day. You can see the weights down here. So Rosa's 44 pounds. Damn, dude, Kit, you're packing. This is for the exhibit, the Ocean's Edge. So you can see there's like a krill shake that they make that they like squirt into the water, because they bring in actual seawater, like pull it from the ocean so that they can use it for the exhibits, but they have to filter it somewhat. and so then they squirt like this krill shake into the exhibit, so there's still like food that the fish can like not walk around, that they can run around and go eat. So there's pictures of that. This is me looking at a fish, I guess. You can see my posture is very nice. So these are examples of like what they feed to the deep sea exhibit. This is a box representing how much food they have in a day. This is 1 day of food for a sea otter. It is so much. This thing is like 25 pounds. It is so heavy. It's absolutely insane, dude. Ugh. Let me swap it up. Yeah, so they literally eat like more than human. No, this is Barrett. It's fine. Barrett has legs. Or Bart, sorry. So it's, I mean, you saw it, dude. Here, with my posture. And I was only walking around from the waist up. This thing is gigantic. Otters eat more than us. Like, just to keep Rosa fed every day takes so much food. What the fuck is that posture, lol? I'm literally standing perfectly normal here. This was crazy, and it also showed, like, again, like, they need a lot of resources to, like, take care of the animals. This is daily for 5 otters. That's just the 5 otters that are rotating in and out of exhibit. They also have all the otters that they're bringing in to rehabilitate, to get healthy, to go back out into the wild. Like, they had an otter recently that was bit by a shark. So she's, like, chilling in the rehabilitation tank, and they're just getting her, like, back to healthy weight and whatnot, just eating lots of clams and shrimp and all that good stuff. So we, like, are actually helping contribute to feeding very, very hungry otters. These are the bird feeding. They get krill, sand lance. What does that mean? Whitebait, capelin, herring, riversides. Anyway, birds. This is all stuff like about. So I don't think I got a. Oh, I did. This is a picture of the kitchen. So this is like where they're like preparing food for all the animals and whatnot, because they got a lot of food every day. This is a. I took a picture of this picture. I don't know what this picture is. You can fill in. I don't know. You can make it up. This is where the nuclear waste is installed into the exhibit. This is just more like behind the scenes type stuff. Again, more examples of like behind the exhibits, like all the space for research and equipment. This is a fish in a tank. This is, again, one of the behind the scenes things of, I don't know why they put the fish in the tank. Probably for good, probably for something good. I'm not sure. I don't know why this fish is in this box. It's a science box, all right? So this is one of the other exhibits. If you go to the normal aquarium, this is the Monteray kelp forest. No, not the kelp forest. Just the coast, just Monterey coast, I think. Anyway, big exhibit. And so normally you are looking at it from down there, like from the lower floor, looking into the exhibit. But we got to be up here and like look down in from the top. And also, so these are some of the staff in Monterey who are training fish. Apparently you can train fish to like recognize targets and stuff. I didn't know that, but you can do that. So they're like literally doing a training session with a bass. And so it's this big like figure 8 tank. Oh, this is really cool. So the 2 tanks, they have like different plants and fish and whatnot. And then the 2 sides they're not being trained for assassination. Your ad is about to start. Oh, you're about to get ads. Sorry. Don't panic. Ads are a perfectly healthy part of the Doug ecosystem. Fish of mass destruction. No, they're being trained to recognize circles and squares. They're not being trained to, like, drop a nuke. Yet. What are ads? Have the ads started? It just popped up a thing that said the ads have started. Did you get them? Are the ads happening? Not the ads. Okay, the ads don't seem to be happening. Whatever, at some point you're gonna get ads. Don't freak out. So the nuclear trained fish. Oh, wait, this is actually cool. So it's divided into 2. So it's like these 2 like circular pools that are connected. One side gets sunlight, like natural sunlight. There's a sunroof, and the other doesn't. And they want to simulate one side represents like you know, deeper ocean, and represents what things will grow when there is not access to much light, so different types of flora and fauna, and then the other side has access to sun. And so the 2 halves of this exhibit like have different things growing and swimming through them. Plus it's a figure 8, so the fish can shoot nukes onto the other side, and there's like a full-on war between the 2 halves. No, it's so they can swim in like a figure 8 motion. And this is them teaching the fish how to kill right now, I believe. What a cool job. If you just get to, like, go scuba diving with a bunch of giant fish all the time.
They actually have a parasite that lives on them.
War fish, murder fish. I think it's pronounced bass. Fish of death.
But we have to train them to come into the system. So we get divers.
A bassinator. It's just a bass. It's a bass that can recognize shapes. Apparently they're smarter than I realized. I literally asked, you can train a bass? And they're like, yeah, they're smarter than you realize. And then we asked, why do you need fish to recognize shapes? That doesn't seem useful. It doesn't feel like the world's a better place if a big trout can recognize a square. But apparently it's so they can, like, the fish understand how to interact with the trainers, so that if they need to do, like, veterinary type stuff or interact with them in some way or check out the tank or whatever, the fish are, like, used to interacting with humans and can, like, do these different motions and whatnot, so that they can actually be taken care of, right? Rather than just being, like, terrified every time humans pop up. And that way, if they're drafted, they're willing to die for our country. It's got to be a little scary if you're not an American watching this, seeing what kind of weapons we've been developing in Monterey. Okay, so this is the plaque, and you can see here. Don't worry, I don't have legs, and my posture's fine. You can see here the Doug community. So the plaques update every spring, I believe, early spring. So right now in the Monteray Bay Aquarium, if you go, it will represent last year's donation, not this year's. So you can see this is the 25,000 and above. Below here is like the 10,000 and above, because last year we raised 13.6 thousand. So we're here. We're slightly below Nancy and Bill Doolittle, but we're up in the big tier. I think there's a video of me.
This is where we started out the way.
So you can see, this is like a whole wall in one of the things. These are all the donators that are above. I think it goes to 2,500 and above.
This is where we started out.
It's a lot of people, dude. Oh, yeah. All right. So chat. We started here, which is at these doors, and then this is where it... Yeah, it starts at 2,500 over here.
Turns into the 2,500 tier, all these, and then, okay, that's this. It's 2,500 and above, all those. And then last year...
So that was year 2. We were in that group.
Here we moved into Packard Circle's 5 grand. This is 10,000, starts down here. So we moved into the 10,000 above tier, and we are here. Pretty good. That was 2021, and then 2022, we're up in the very first column now, and we'll be here next year. Wait, did we get more than Google? Did we beat Google? We beat Google!
We beat Google. So next year we're bottom about Google. Oh, now you got ads. All right, good timing. Oh my god. All right, what are people saying? Where is Bezos on the plaque? We beat Netflix. Netflix is in the 25,000, I think. This might be the 50,000. Google attacked us. I think Google sent their trained bass to send ads at us. Bam. Yeah, I think so. We beat Netflix. I mean, this will all be next year. The Harvey family. I don't know who that is. Peter Fenton. A bunch of the people on here like are recognized. This is IBM down here. We beat IBM, the mega company. Google I think we'll beat next year. We beat the Environmental Defense Fund. Fuck off, Environmental Defense Fund. We win. Who else? Mark Benioff, we beat him. He owns Salesforce, and we beat Salesforce. Anyway, So next year, if you go to the Monteray Bay Aquarium, once they update the plaques, which should be in spring, we will be like literally first column, first plaque. It's sick. It is okay. I don't exactly know how much Google gave because it is each category is alphabetically organized.
The very first column.
So you can see here, Anonymous is first, then it's Lynn and Mark Benioff. Oh my God, Benioff might get above us. So my friend suggested, so Google will be above Google because it's the Doug community. So we'll beat Google next year, even if they're in the same category. But Mark Benioff, who owns Salesforce, he might beat us. So I was thinking we change our name to the Doug community. That way we can beat Anonymous too. But it's actually super sick. We are like high up there, dude. And also it's funny. It'll be funny because like, it'll be like, this tech billionaire, this giant environmental fund, this tech billionaire, this like, you know, very old business developer, a bunch of people on Twitch, then like this tech billionaire, Google, IBM. Like we're just way out of place, dude. Like super out of place. Fine, it'll be AAA, the Doug community, ZZZ, and then at the end we'll tie it off. But then we'd be first place. Because as we all know, it is a competition. I think that would look a little dumb. We'll still be pretty high up because it's the Doug community. We start with a D. Yeah, see? If Linda Dotson and Andrew Forster donate 100 grand next year, we would be below them. We have to beat the Dotsons and the Doolittles and the Ditzers and the Debs and the Clerks. Anyway, this is pretty cool. This is more behind the scenes stuff. Let me change songs. So this is like the jellyfish area. I'll show pictures of the jellyfish in a little bit, but there's like a cool jellyfish tank. And so the jellyfish tank, when you're in the exhibit, just looks like this kind of like infinite jellyfish thing. But here's the back. So it's like not a huge thing, but it's just set up in a cool way. And this is where they build new jellyfish for war. So I asked why they have so many jellyfish. Apparently they're like, the Monteray Bay Aquarium is like the expert for jellyfish. So for other aquariums, they'll like reach out to Monteray Bay Aquarium and be like, yo guys, can I get some of those jellyfish? And they'll be like, yeah, we got a whole bunch of extra moon jellies you can have. So they'll like send out jellyfish, or people will be like, hey, our jellyfish ate chocolate and it's gonna get sick. Can you guys take care of it? And they'll ship the jellyfish here. Apparently you can ship jellyfish in the mail. I didn't know that. Like the USPS, you can send jellyfish live in the post office. They will ship jellyfish. So you just mail them to each other, which is kind of cool. So this is the room where they're making the war jellies. How do I go to full screen? Oh, here. Jellyfish Doug merch. Like we send you, like we sell you a jellyfish. I don't have all of the jellyfish. So this is one of the tank, I forget, I think this is moon jellies, but I forget. So this is one of the things, you can kind of see it here. This is full of like hundreds of jellyfish. There are a shitload. No, you can't send jellyfish to my P.O. box. So you can see it basically, because jellies don't have a brain, and I don't mean that, I'm not trying to call them stupid. I mean, they literally do not have a brain or a spine. So they are just kind of, they're just hanging out. That's kind of all they do. And so they're put in these tanks where it's like circular, it moves around kind of forever, and they just kind of continue to rotate around in these motions. Next 100,000 goal is buy Doug a jellyfish. I'll look into that. As part of the tattoo thing, next year I want to make sure I'm more prepared for like, you know, incentives and stuff. So, well, going into next year's fundraiser, we'll try to come up with some more things. We'll try to plan some milestone things more in advance so I can actually follow through with them. And just come up with cooler things. So you can see here, they just get moved in this circular thing. And then they actually, this is the water inlet that sucks it over. And so I don't know if I have a closer picture. No, this is the back of it. So as the jellies, like, they just kind of swim around these circles. And as they come by up here, this is like an intake, right? It's like sucking in water so that can go into, so it can go like and be filtered and whatnot. So the jellies will like get pinned up against it. Like they'll just be like, they'll like move around, this like, vroom! But because the water keeps circulating, they need it to circulate because then eventually the jellies will be like, vroom, and then they'll like go past it, right? So because if they don't have it circulating, they'll just all get sucked into the vent and not be able to leave. because they don't like they don't have like a conscious plan or whatever. So it's always circulating, and then I watched like they come by this thing, and then they like kind of move in, they start getting stuck, and then they boom back around, and they just do that thousands of times a day forever. That's their existence. This is the back of one of the exhibits that we'll see later. So here's another one. But with two of them, so it's moving constantly. This is them when they're bigger. These are the really tiny ones. So she just like pulled out a little. They pulled out a little like scoop. They just scooped out of one of the tanks, and just it's full of little jellies. The circulating also recreates open ocean, so they aren't bumping into walls constantly. Yeah. There's more to it than I'm describing. But yes, at least of my initial like questions, I remember that's what they were answering. So yeah, there's a bunch of little baby jellies. They're really cute. This is me looking at them. Okay, I'll give you on posture here. I don't know what's going on with my neck. I don't understand where my body is. It's like this is a little bit confusing, because I want to be clear. This is not me. This is a different person. So, can science explain it? No, I don't know. Apparently, I am a giraffe, and it can extend it outwards. This is Emily, one of the wonderful tour guides. This is Spencer, our fundraising like contact at the Monteray Bay Aquarium. Emily is also the one who's like, she's led? I don't know, the introductory videos about the otters. Emily is the one who does that. New emote. No, my neck is fine. My mom's a doctor. I'm perfectly healthy.
There's a picture behind you. And the polyp is kind of like, it looks like a little anemone, right? And then what it does is it starts, something stresses it. So when you think a lot of that is temperature, you know.
What would the emote be called? What would you use it for? There's no purpose. What is this? What emotion? It doesn't know. Whereas, focus on the jellyfish. So then that was the behind the scenes tour. It was really awesome. It was wonderful. Thank you very much to the Monteray Bay Aquarium staff for showing us around. It was actually super cool. And then we promptly went and ate a bunch of fish, which felt a little bad. But yeah, we went and ate fish. So this is lunch, and then we'll go back and we kind of did the we went back and did the kind of normal, like I don't know, standard exhibits where you're just walking through rather than the behind the scenes stuff. But they had an olive oil bar, like just for olive oil. So we went in there, and I didn't even realize something like this exists. I think I took a picture of it. Oh, sorry. I don't have legs, don't worry. It's just shitloads of olive oil, dude. These are all different. There's like butter oil, which I tried, and it made me nauseous. Basil oil, it was okay. Herb olive oil. Tuscan, that was the best one. It was so good. Yeah, this one was gross. And we went out and tried some.
Oh, God.
Nice job, Rose.
Stop. I had like half the bottle. Oh, sorry, yeah. That wasn't real. Those legs are added in post. I'm used to olive oil bottles where like the end has like the plastic thing to make it so it comes out in a really small amount. This just is like drinking from an open water bottle. It was like I had so much olive oil there, so that was nice, and that definitely helped with the nausea. Okay. Now we're back in the actual exhibit. So this is just me going around looking at fish and stuff. This is the kelp forest! Don't worry, I don't have legs. This is the only picture. What is that? No, it's just a plant or whatever. So, plant! Wow, Pog, very cool! Bird! Very cool bird! Look at the birds! Birds are so cute! I love birds. These are puffins? I forget. What are these? They're not. These aren't the penguins. The penguins are later. I actually don't. No, but these are penguins. No. No, what is that? Those are puffins, right? So there's just the whole puffin exhibit. They're really adorable. I don't remember if I took pictures or videos. This is a plant. Oh no, it's crabs. It's crabs. There's little crabs. They're crabs. This is this is an ocean, so you can go out onto the deck and you just like look out at Monterey. This is like right at the aquarium. You just like walk out the doors and you just get to look out. Birds. There was actually wild sea otters swimming around. I didn't get a picture of it when they were out there, and then I asked the otter the otter caretakers, and I was like, how often are otters just like hanging out? And they're like, oh, all the time, like every day. So they just have, if you go to the Monteray Bay Aquarium and you just look out into the ocean, there's just otters swimming around a lot of the time. Like they were out like here and here, and you could just see them floating. It's so cute. Like they're literally just hanging out in the bay. This is a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. That's a fish. That's an octopus. You can't really see it very much, but it is there. That's an octopus. It's a bathroom. That's a jellyfish. And that's a fish. Ooh, look at that. The jellies are really, really cool. There's like a whole jellyfish exhibit if you go to the aquarium. It is like maybe the coolest part. I don't really like jellyfish in general. Like I'm not like stoked about, oh, well, sorry, excluding the sea otters, obviously. Sea otters are legitimately the best exhibit by far. But the jellyfish are just cool. They're just like hypnotizing, dude. I think I have pictures. They're just like very soothing to like watch, you know? They put on soothing music.
That's why we get to just enjoy them up close.
They're so pretty. Why are they upside down so much? Because gravity doesn't exist in the ocean. Yeah, so there's just a giant pool. Oh, this is the front of that giant blue circle that I had the picture earlier, I think, or one of them. Anyway, jellyfish are really cool. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that jellyfish. Are they stingy, though? Well, I'm not going in and touching them. Yes, though, they are. All right, so some of the jellyfish have, like, laser beams, is what I believe it was called, or nuclear weapons. I believe the word was actually photolensography. I don't know. It's something, it's light refraction. That's the word. So the edges of a bunch of the jellyfish, like, refract light. And so it has these, like, cool little patterns where it just looks like they're having a little rave. And they're just floating around like this the whole time. I think I have more. This is the giant sea thing. They just have a bunch of people standing in front of it. They got huge turtles and huge fish. I think there's the oh, here's the turtle there. I think there's the hammerhead in here too. I think this is the hammerhead one. This is just like a gigantic thing. There's a few good ones. Oh, cool. Thank you, I assume, Emily. I will pull those up as well. I'll do that at the end. There's a couple additional photos that staff at the aquarium took as well. These are crabs. These are crabs. They look like lobsters. I was so confused by this. Because my tiny brain can only handle one image of what a crab looks like. These are crabs. Mods, ban anybody who calls them a lobster. Octopus. That octopus. The octopus is just kind of like chilling in the corner. He was pretty blobbed up, you know what I mean? Puffins, I think. I like these guys though, with the long beak and the long legs, and they would just kind of trot around in the back. Puffins, did I get a video of the puffins? I didn't get a video of the puffins, they're so cute. Octopus are usually very shy. Yes. So this is like, as you walk around the aquarium, this is just like the view out, right? Which is crazy. This is also where you like can see wild otters and whatnot. So you just at any point you can like step out the doors and like go look at this. It's just very, very pretty. Very pretty. And just like, yeah, there's just seats. So this is like, I'm standing on one half of the aquarium. This is all the other half of the aquarium that you can, you know, as you can see, like walk between. Wait. No, I may be mixing it up. Anyway, it's part of the aquarium. Oh, yeah, I'm mixing up with the other area. Anyway, this is one part of the outside area. It's just super, super pretty as you go out. And birds. Fish. So, does anybody know? Is anybody able to identify what these are? What do you think these are? Yep, somebody said it. They're fish. See, you're learning today. That's a crab. My mom's a doctor. Oh, this is another like laser fish using laser beams. These are, I'm pretty sure this is in the deep sea exhibit. So these are like all from super, super, super down low. Yeah, and they're just these vibrating. It's crazy. And then depending whether or not they have sunlight in them, they turn like really bright red or not. Or some type of light. I'm blanking on what the difference was that changed them. But it's just crazy. That's just what they look like. Like just downstairs in the ocean, these guys are just hanging out, having a little rave. And this is what happens if a country goes to war. All their jellyfish turn into high alert mode. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's pretty trippy looking. And there's a bunch of guys like that who are just like have these little vibrating resticulals.
Only when I eat it.
Don't listen to my friends. They're not trying to eat the crabs. This is a Japanese mango crab. I don't think that's correct. I think it's a Japanese something. No, that was another one. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. These guys are weird. They look like not real almost. The next one are the Japanese spider crabs. This is not a coconut crab. No. Coconut crabs live on land and don't look like this. You did get one of the words correct, though, which is crab. I forget which one these are. The spiny, the horn-dicked water crab. I'm not sure. This is great. So this is a Japanese spider crab. These things are so big, and they're a little bit creepy, so you just don't freak out, okay? This thing is like, it might not look like it from here. It is like this big. It is huge. This thing is gigantic, okay? And just look at how enormous it is. I mean, yeah, the legs alone are like the size of my arm. This thing is huge. And then you'll notice the other one. I think it's just in the back. It is like 3 feet tall. It is absolutely massive. It's like, it looks like a horror movie in this tank. This dude's just lurking in the back. It's literally like 8 times as big as this one. This one's huge. It's like, these things are they're a little terrifying, dude. Very cool exhibit still. But yeah, great little horror movie there. Fish? Look at those fish. I mean, this is a pretty ass exhibit. This is very cool. Yeah, don't stop freaking out about the war crabs. Look at the happy fish, chat. Look at the happy fish. Be calm. Be calm, chat. Don't freak out. Happy fish. Yeah, this exhibit's really, really cool. It's basically all the fish from Finding Nemo. You have heard of that obscure indie gem. Yeah, it is super pretty. All these fish are just like adorable. Forget the scary war crabs. Right. That's what I'm saying. Do not worry about the war crabs. No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Let's move on. That's a child. That's not a fish. Oh, this is just a guy eating a sea cucumber? Coral? I don't know what it are. That was Rosa. The crabs are eating the child. No, the child's outside. This child's behind me. This is in the exhibit. They're completely separated. Only like, I don't know, Monterey could correct me on this. There's only like 3 or 4 kids that are eaten by the crabs every year at the Monteray Bay Aquarium. It's pretty safe. I thought he was cute. He's a cute little guy. Look at this one. Such a cool exhibit. And they got these little nompers that just like reach out and grab stuff and then go thump. There were like children waiting to use this. And this is the gift shop. I don't know what Cleo took this picture. I guess she just liked the little pins and stuff. I got a water bottle on top of the water bottle that they gave me last year. So now I have 2 water bottles. You upset the child. This is not why the child was screaming. This picture was taken, I want to be clear, this picture was taken after this child who was screaming, okay? This was near the end that I sat in the angry clam. Okay, I think that's it. And then we went and had dim sum. It was really, really delicious. Dim sum is the greatest food ever. As you can see, I look very happy with it. And I don't have legs. Dim sum is like literally my favorite food, probably ever. Okay. Janitor? What are you talking about, janitor? Is there a janitor? Huh? Your posture is causing kids to scream. Yeah, I broke keto. This is obviously not keto. I never had Peking duck. They didn't have ducks in the exhibit. I didn't feel that bad about eating a duck right after the Monteray Bay Aquarium. I felt a little bad going and eating fish right afterwards, but... oh, right. It's janitor eating the kids. All right, so one other thing. So as part of this, as part of the change in milestones, as part of... Because again, I chose to do a temporary tattoo for the Rosa thing, but we swapped it with the aquarium tour, and we're going to play an otter game right after this, and what was the other one? And the temporary tattoos, and I said I would film a birthday promo for Rosa for next year. So, this is after all the Monterey stuff was wrapped up, so it was like 2 or 3. It's quite cold out. We went and filmed this, which we can now use next year to promo Rosa's birthday.
Everybody, did you hear? It's Rosa's birthday! Give it up for Rosa!
Alright, I gotta get back to the kelp forest to forage for more crabs and clams. Cool, so now we have a great little promo for next year. First off, I know how to swim. It was just hard because I was in an otter suit, okay? Secondly, all right, Cleo and Barrett were saying, oh, how are you going to eat the crab? And I was like, it'll be fine. I'll just be confident. This is like a real crab. It's not cooked or anything. I mean, it's not alive. But I went and bought it at the store, and they're like, how are you going to eat it? You need like a knife or something. I was like, no. So then I bit into it. I gotta get back to the kelp forest to forage for more crabs and clams. And I just sort of gigadugged it. But this did cut my lip. So then I came back out of the water, like emerged from the water. There's like people watching nearby, like drenched. This like otter suit is like slopping over me. I'm like falling out. I can barely see, and my mouth is just bleeding. I'm just like, my lip is cut. And so I'm like, oh, that was really cold. And there's blood all over my mouth. So it was a good look. And then I stripped the otter suit down and took it off. And I'm standing there in my wet boxers just bleeding out the mouth in front of this public beach with kids and stuff. So, oh yeah, and then you can see, so I didn't mean to drop the crab, but I did because I'm wearing an otter suit. So I dropped the crab. And you can see within like 10 seconds, seagulls saw this and like came over and were like, oh, fuck yeah. And they're coming in. They came in, so quick. They saw me in an otter suit screaming and running into the ocean, and they're like, ooh, crab, and just burst in, that's why the kids were screaming. This was after the kids were screaming. Look, I wasn't like naked. I was taking off an otter suit. Anyway, so this is the Rosa birthday promo. I hope you enjoy it. I'm excited for next year's show. God, ow, it's too loud. So we'll show it. We'll show it next year as part of the Rosa birthday hype. My posture is good. This is how you're supposed to swim. All right, my mom's a doctor. You can trust me. I have been here, no joke. Yeah, this is at Lovers Point Park in Monterey. So this is right above the aquarium. You know what, honestly, wasn't that cold. It was pretty goddamn cold. It wasn't that cold. It could have been a lot worse. It was nice. I mean, I felt like a demented lunatic. Is there a longer version? No. No. Can you show the full unedited video? It's not like it ends after this, basically. Doug was deemed non-releasable. Your legs were added in post. Yeah, this is an edited thing. Should have the promo as a channel reward, like summoning Billy Mays. Show Rosa. What do you mean show Rosa? I don't have her. She's in the aquarium. How long is left? Oh, right. Oh god, that is gonna be really painful to take off. Buy Rosa. No, I didn't go like get Rosa. There are some additional pictures, seemingly, that I was just emailed.
On Rosa's next birthday, you should have a goal where you have to marry Parkser and then get a divorce.
So I've literally looked into that. Parkser would not be down to do that, even as a joke. Okay, let me make sure this is... Oh, these are all doable. Oh, these are some of the... Okay, this doesn't have any private information, right? Yeah, we're good. So these are additional photos. These are sent by, I believe, Emily of the Monteray Bay Aquarium, or at least she was the one taking them. So again, this is me with the otter team upstairs, learning about how the rehabilitation program works. This is me as Darth Vader. This is me with the otter team at the exhibit. So Rosa's swimming right behind us. I think that's Rosa right there, most likely. Rosa. Doug. Rosa. And those legs were added in post by the Monterey, don't worry. Look at her! She's so freaking cute! So she just, like, I was just here, and then she was just hanging out, like, would just float and then just sit here for, like, minutes. Yeah. And then there's us at the top of the exhibit, looking down. And this is, again, the otter caretaker team, who are, like, there answering questions, showing us around, all that good stuff. How much in total have you donated to them? I don't want to take credit for it.
I cannot believe you met our queen, our goddess, our savior. Do you feel changed? Do you feel blessed?
I honestly, I mean, not on a serious note, I think up until now, this has been a really awesome fundraiser that we've been doing every year, where I know intellectually that it goes towards a really great cause, and that, like, and it goes towards taking care of the sea otters, which is, you know, a big part of like what we're doing all the fundraiser for. What I saw, and hopefully you have a sense of now, is there's actually a ton of stuff going on behind the scenes, which is really genuinely impactful. The sea otter, like, surrogacy program, that was really cool to see, but all the behind the scenes stuff, like, there's a ton going into managing all this stuff. And so on top of them being like an aquarium that is like a great like education entertainment type thing, they also like have resources that are really like doing valuable research. They talked about how like they're able to go out and like track otters that are hurt and help bring them in. They're able to like track all these different animals that they rehabilitate and see what's going on in the surrounding area and track all this like climate and environmental stuff, like things about seafood. There's a lot of like really cool stuff they're doing. So on a serious note, I have a lot more appreciation for what they're doing and understanding of what they're doing. And now it feels a little more like, hey, we are really meaningfully contributing to a lot of important things going on behind the scenes, instead of just being told that we're doing that, if that makes sense. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this too. I had a great time. I thought it was super, super cool. And that's the trip to the Monteray Bay Aquarium. That was it. Happy birthday, Rosa. The sounds that the feeders do is funny. Will you be selling the Rosa tattoos? What do you mean? I don't own them. Yeah, I was in Monterey this weekend, and then hung out in San Francisco for a day, and then I went home. Do the donations accumulate? They don't accumulate. So, first year we raised $300. The second, I think, $320 maybe. The second year we raised $2,676, I believe. For like $2,600. Third year we raised $13,400, I believe. 13,000 something. And then last year we raised $104,000. So it's gone up like 7x every year. It's like quite a lot. And now we beat Google. Can we get a researcher to give chat a lecture, but we can talk? Absolutely not. I don't want to subject anybody else to Twitch chat talking. You guys can talk at me, and then I'll relay questions. I mean, yeah, there might be more stuff that we can do, you know, some sort of interactive stuff with the staff or whatever. They were all really, really wonderful, and doing the tour was extremely cool. And a bunch of folks were helping, like, explain what was going on and showing us around. We met the veterinarian, Dr. Mike. That was cool. We asked what's his favorite patient in the aquarium, and he said he doesn't have a favorite. That's important as a vet. And I was like, come on, it's Rosa, right? It's Rosa. But he wouldn't tell us. Last year, this year. No, I mean, whatever. The most recent year, like 2 months ago, we raised 104,000. Chat, if anyone wins the lottery, send it all to Rosa. Is your name on the wall of contributors? Yeah, we showed it a little bit earlier, but there's the plaque of donations. Pog, 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 pog. Olive oil. Fish, jellyfish, neck. I really don't understand what was going on here. Where is my body? What is happening? So this is, again, the donation plaque.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, chat, we started here, which is...
What's scarier, the giant spider crab or my neck?
These doors. And then this is where it turns into the 2,500 tier. All these. And then... Okay, that's this.
The spider crab is terrifying. My neck is not scarier.
And then last year we moved into
so this is again. I mean, I showed this like 30 minutes ago.
This is 10,000 starts down here. So we moved into the 10,000 above tier, and we are.
So this is us last year. So if you go there right now, you can see us representing our fundraiser from 2021, and then in spring from 2022, we will move into the $100,000 tier, which is over on the left.
We're up in the very first.
But you can see there's only like 4. I don't know who donated $1 million. That's insane. Apparently Peter Bing. Good for him. Is it Bing? What is his name? Okay, the $10 million and above is U.S. Small Business Administration, which is probably like it's probably the PPP program, right? I don't know.
We're up in the very first.
Is his name Bing? At any rate.
And we'll be
so we're down here
next year,
and we'll be above Google. We beat Google. If we raise 150K next year, no, it's each year. It's not cumulative. So we would have to raise $250,000 to go a tier above. That feels a little ambitious. I think next year probably the goal would be like 150K or something. I want to increase it, but at some point we will not 7x the amount of money every year. That is not a sustainable amount of increase. So I don't know what we'll shoot for next year, but we would technically get bumped higher if we got 250K. 1 million POG. I just don't feel like that's completely feasible. I don't want to be a negative Nancy here, but you're donating 100K. No, that's not true. I'll probably do a similar donation to what I did this year, which is 7,500. If I feel financially comfortable, I'll try to get that higher, but I can't keep matching everybody's your guys' donations anymore. It's a little bit too much. Name suggestion: A Crew, Douglas Reedon, and Z Crew of the Doug community. Quick Sparse, look at how much space we have. We can't just take up 3 lines just so that we are above anonymous, dude. I mean, maybe they would let us if we're just like, can we have like a full paragraph about us? Or I'll ask if we can have every person's name in there, but we sort them alphabetically. So as long as one of you guys is named Albert, we'll be first. Doug won't match. He hates charity. $7,500 is a reasonable amount of money. I will try to up it next year, but I'll at least match that next year. A Crew has that. I mean, I could split next year if we split into A Crew and Z Crew donation totals. then the A Crew would be at the top of their category. We could do that. Anyways, this trip was super cool. I had a great time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all the fun, interesting behind the scenes stuff and whatnot. Hopefully you pogged your balls off like I did. Okay, you can look at the scary crab again. or the cool jellyfish. Scary crab or cool jellyfish? It was nice meeting you at the arcade. Oh, that was you. It was great meeting you. That place is so fucking loud. Oh my god. I could like barely hear you. I couldn't hear my friends at all. Really cool place. I only went there once before. The Emporium's really, really cool. But I do wish it was like slightly easier to hear stuff, dude. But it was great meeting you. Yeah, crabs. So where is it? Anyway, okay, so what was I gonna do next? The jellyfish is scarier than the crab, dude. That is just not true at all. That is just incorrect, man. Jellyfish are, I guess jellyfish are scary as a concept if there's like a shitload of them. But not really as a like as an individual. If there's just a jellyfish floating around, dude, that's fine. Your pog faces are the scariest. No, they're cool and exciting. Okay, you can look at this while I guess get the tattoo off. So we're gonna do the tattoo thing and then play an otter game. Again, I did end up swapping the tattoo to be temporary instead of permanent in exchange for adding a whole bunch of other things, which is what we've been going over today. And next is the otter game. But I guess I will reveal this thing. Is this gonna rip off all? So this is like, it's gonna last for a couple weeks. Is this gonna rip off my arm hair? Oh, sorry, legs. Is this gonna rip off my arm hair? Because this, I feel like, is gonna rip off all my arm hair, and this is gonna be extremely painful. Anyway, I guess we'll find out. Here's one of two. Ow! That wasn't that bad. Okay. It's not very dark. Oh shit! I've definitely okay, I should have shaved first. I thought that was like optional. I thought it would just take off hair, not like dude, I can't get it to show on the camera. It said 24 hours. No, okay, hold on. Apply the tattoo, leave on for 60 minutes, avoid excessive movement and sweating. Your tattoo will look light blue or green at first. It will darken in 24 hours. And then it will dark to blue or black depending on your skin, and then it lasts for several weeks. Okay, well, I don't know if you can, like, see this. Oh, that's weird. Why is he there? I don't like him being there. I don't like that. It's like, it's only light green. I guess it'll get darker right now. It's the sweat. Well, look, I definitely, huge parts of it just didn't get applied because of the arm hair. That was dumb. So it'll just look like this weird unfinished, it looks like this unfinished tattoo, dude. All right. I mean, I think that's funnier. You did Rosen. Oh, God. Just have another tattoo artist go over it. I mean, it's temporary. Look, at this point, I'm gonna say it. I have done, we've done a lot as part of the fundraiser. We did the charity itself, prepped all that stuff. We did, we edited the video for it. I did a bunny suit purchasing stream, sent out all the raffle items. Parkster and I went and figured out how to buy a fish and then cook it, and then we did a bunny suit salmon eating stream.
You're lousy.
Then we also played Kingdom Hearts, and then organized a trip to the Monteray Bay Aquarium, and then showed off all the videos and pictures that we took, and then swam in the Monteray Bay, and then got tattoos designed, and then did temporary tattoos, and then we're playing an otter video game. There's been a whole lot of stuff following up on the Monteray Bay charity. I think we are almost wrapped up. I think the very last thing is, congratulations, Doug. You did it. You're incredible. Great job, Doug. You're amazing. I want to be like you. Wow. One last thing. What an amazing gamer in person. He's the best gamer. Wow. Oh my God. You're incredible. Congratulations, Doug. You did it. Congratulations, Doug. You did it. The last thing to close out the 2022 Monteray Bay Aquarium fundraiser season. Oh my God. You're incredible, Doug. Is to beat another otter. this otter-based video game. I don't know how long this... It doesn't look very... It's beautiful. So I was uncertain what to think about it, and then I saw this review. This was released a couple years ago. This game saved my life. I'm 27. My ex-wife and I have a daughter together and adopted our son together. They're now both 4 years old. When we were going through our separation, I found myself lost and miserable. I was self-destructive. I got so mad one day from everything spiraling out of control that I punched some concrete in a moment of overwhelming emotion. That caused me to break my 5th metacarpal in my right hand, my working hand, my games hand, the hand that I held and carried my children to bed with, the hand I desperately needed to make sure I could continue to provide. After learning the severity of my self-inflicted damage, I was borderline suicidal. Keep in mind, that was just a few months before this. I was the happiest man with no history of depression or anxiety. I've never had fits of rage or been one to break down or cry, but I was in a low spot that just really buried me from being able to see the light on the other side. Having nothing better to do, I searched for a game I could play one-handed while I recovered. I somehow stumbled upon this game and read some of the reviews. I decided that it had to be worth a shot. I must admit, I didn't beat the game or play nearly as long as some of you. In fact, I may have only played this game a day or two. With that being said, after doing so, I had found new joy and hope for life. I was able to put behind me the pain and suffering that had been cast over me. I was able to experience other people's joy and happiness. I was able to see the fruits of my labor, in quotes, for some reason. I relaxed for 5 heart minutes to this music long enough to realize I was going to be okay. After coming to that realization, I turned the game off, and I went back to work. It hurt my hand like hell, but I was motivated. I stopped feeling so damn sorry for myself, and I became the father I needed to be in that moment, not the weak boy I was behaving as. Today, I'm a close friend with my kids' mothers. We don't fight or argue or say hurtful things to each other. We are parents and friends. I now have 3 kids. My 3rd child is, wait for it, also 4 years old. The woman I am with was going through a very similar situation at the time of my own separation, and we just stumbled into each other's lives unexpectedly. We have been in a relationship for a year now and are very happy together. Moral of the story, you never know what life holds in store for you. And if I would have given up when all the odds were stacked against me, I wouldn't be where I am today. This silly little game helped me realize that. Thank you. So when I read this, I knew we had to play. It looked a little bit plain. But I purchased another otter, and I'm ready for what is sure to be the most impactful game of my life. Can I full screen it? Info? Oh, that's actually helpful to know. Okay, J is jump, I guess. Archive? Oh, I like how the music restarts whenever you switch menus. That's nice. I guess we'll go over here. Add this song to the Peggle playlist. I mean, maybe wait until we've beaten the game. Alright, here we go. Another otter. What do I do? Do I click? Okay, J jumps. Oh, WASD. Is that it? Okay, there's no... Oh. Let us gamble. Okay, I'm gonna do a prediction. The prediction is gonna be... Does Doug die a single time? It said there are 25 levels. Does not seem to be a particularly long game. Ever. Do I die a single time while beating this game? Get your bets in. Apparently I have 5 hearts. Bassoon gang, rise up. I don't know how much passion you're gonna get for bassoons here. Okay. Let's keep going. Lot riding on this now. All right, forgot. It's WASD and J, which is... Oh, I got hit. What the fuck? He died instantly. There wasn't iframes. There's no, like, recovery from getting hit. That's not my fault. Okay, new prediction. Does Doug die 10 total times? Okay, predictions live. If I die 10 times, including that one, 10 or more. 10 or more. I've died once. If I die 10 or more times, I'll give 25 subs. That's unacceptable. I will not lose at the otter game. Okay. Here we go. But you just instantly die, basically, if you hit the spikes. What the f- Okay, whatever, we're good. Why is this way, way easier than the previous one? That did 3 hits. Me touching it did 3. This is... What the difference in difficulty makes... I feel like I'm playing Mario Maker. Why was that one level super hard? Someone should mod this game to have Rosa as an otter. I don't know if there's like a big modding scene for another otter. We got the bassoon song back. Ah! Okay. 100 gifted subs if I die 10 times in this game. I'm currently at 1. I'm getting really tired of the music, dude. Why did it change? Why does it change so much every level, dude? Also, there's no indication. Level 13 is hard as fuck? Uh-oh. What level am I on? Well, I committed. This is 13. I don't think this is level 13. Why is there no music? Oh, okay. I feel like I've beaten 13 levels already. Can I see? Okay, there doesn't appear to be a way to go to the menu. So, I don't know what level 13 is. Is this it? I swear I've beaten 13 levels already. Yeah, there's no invincibility period. Didn't I play this one already? Is this level 13? Can we ever Rosa game jam? That could be kind of fun. Maybe. I will think about it. Why are there so many hearts? What is the point of any of this game, dude? Sorry, I don't mean to talk shit. Dude, I swear you were lying about level 13, right? I've definitely played 13 levels. Level 13 is coming. Alright, well then we need more dramatic music for level 13. Is this it? Wait, is this it? Is this level 13? Uh-oh. It still doesn't look that hard, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, it still doesn't feel that intense. Is this one? I'm pretty sure I've played 13 levels. There's like 100 hearts per level. How am I supposed to lose? This is level 12. Okay, so 13 is next. Don't get cocky. It's not getting any harder. Is this? This actually might be it. That wasn't that hard. Is this it? None of this seems very hard. No, that's 12. Oh, so wait. Oh, this was 12. All right, got it. This is probably 13 right here. This is 12? Okay. This is actually 12. All right, so this is 13 here. Oh shit, I took 2 hearts. He meant World 2 level 13. I feel like I'm on level 20, dude. Was that it? This was the... I think that was it. Yeah, this is... That one fucking dude, I was so tense. Ladies and gentlemen, I have completed another order. Yeah! Speed run the game for all hearts. Go back to level 13. This was it? This was the really hard one? No, that was 12. No, that was 13. All right, congratulations, believers. You just made a lot of money. You took damage. Yeah, but that's not what we were talking about. The numbers are off. They're all 13. All right, some people just made a shitload of money. Just won $550 dues. Nice. Now, the least you can do if you just made a whole bunch of $1 dues is try to go for a Billy Mays ad. Oh shit, I meant to have the alerts on. Shit. Striker Dude, thank you for the 12 months. Okay, there's like three people have gone for Billy Mays. 4 or 5 people. Sorry, not enough money pooled around into the ecosystem to fund Billy Mays coming back. You've taken 6 shots at Billy Mays. 7 shots. Is this hold on.
If you got a real mess and want to clean,
I was gonna say, is this finally time where you guys don't get?
Hi, Billy Mays here with Zorbies, the
Good
most
question,
absorbent material I've ever used. It has the strength and the muscle to pick up and hold over 20 ounces of liquid. Look at this. Zorbies attracts liquids like a magnet. It doesn't matter if it's coffee, soda, even red wine. Watch as its powerful vacuum action pulls and cleans the stain from out of the carpet just that quick. The secret's in the X27 fiber technology, making Zorbies over 27 times more absorbent than cotton. Forget tiles that just drip, and unlike sponges that smell,
Zorbies is odor-free and leaves a path of clean.
Now you can clean and dry and never leave anything behind. You'll be amazed at just how much they absorb. And they're machine washable. Dry your entire car, even your dog. Use any cleaner for streak-free windows. An average family uses up to 2 rolls of paper towels every week. That's cash in the trash. Save money and even help save the environment. You get 2 jumbo Zorbies plus 3 extra large for only $14.99. But call right now and I'll send you another 5 Zorbies absolutely free. That's 10 Zorbies for only $14.99. And as a special bonus,
not the Micromin microfiber duster.
Our Micromin microfiber duster. Free. It's great for blinds, plants, glass, and more. And attracts dust like a magnet.
God, I
That's
just want
a
the Micromin
$60
microfiber
value,
duster.
all for only $14.99. And here's the best part. We'll send you a set of Zorbies free whenever you need them for life. Just pay shipping and processing. But you gotta call now.
You should get one. I do have Zorbies. You didn't change your Twitch category to another otter. I'm sorry, guys. I might get banned. They're gonna be pretty upset when they realize. I also didn't change it to Zorbies. Is there a category for Zorbies? Let me see. Okay. Right now I'm in the just chatting category. No results found. Can I just do it anyways? Oh, I can't stream in the Zorbies category. Ban Doug for abusing categories. It is a bannable offense. Actually, I don't know if it's a bannable offense. I have no clue. Pre-roll ads. Oh, wait, did you guys get hit with an ad? It just said pre-roll ads are disabled for 20 minutes. Are you just saying the word ad? I can't ever tell. I would have no way of knowing if there's something actually happening or if you're just repeating a word I said. Okay, it seems like there's ads. I have no ad. Sorry, Risky T. You're gonna have to make up an ad in your head. Ice Sprout, thank you so much for the 2 years. Appreciate it. Remind me to change that. No ad. Sorry. Sorry to the people who didn't get ads. Okay, I'm gonna close another otter. Jesus Christ. What an incredible game. Does the Minecraft channel reward work? Yeah, it should. As long as you redeem it, one of the mods will go through. If there isn't a problem, I guess you can ask about it on Discord, but as far as I'm aware, yeah, that still works. I got a Zorbies ad. Wait! Hold on. Does anybody know... Does anybody know how hard it is to advertise on Twitch? I wonder if I could... If I'm able to somehow buy the rights to Zorbies, because it doesn't seem like the company's functioning anymore, I could just run Zorbies ads on Twitch. And just make other people watch Zorbies. Wait, and then if I do that, I can play a ton of ads on my stream? Because then you guys would love having ads
Hey
play?
Doug,
And then I make all the money back from playing ads.
I would like to buy some with a side of estrogen, then my parents won't notice the estrogen and I can blame the changes to my body on the 5 grams Towers Doug Doug Pog.
That's a good question. Why don't everybody hide their their drugs and hormones using Zorbies? Everything is hideable with Zorbies. I would buy all the Zorbies. I mean, you can't. Zorbies is an adult diaper company now. It's already owned. Oh, shit. Well, whatever. Maybe they're up for sale. Can we do AI now? I guess you guys can write a review. I'm behind on alerts. I wasn't going to stream very long today. I was going to start wrapping it up. Because I am sick. I actually feel a lot better today. I feel way better. I slept like 9 hours. But I have been sick. I got sick after the Monteray Bay Aquarium. I think just from traveling. But I feel okay, so clearly not very sick. Or I'm just healing quick or something. But I wanted to... And then I'm just setting up other stuff for company things. Trying to rearrange stuff and people I'm working with and whatnot right now. So I'm trying to help set up things like for that this week. And then, as Point Crow just announced, I'm doing his Point Crow party event this weekend, which should be super sick. But I'm going to be traveling Thursday through Monday, so I'll be out for 5 days. So this week, unfortunately, today's the only stream. It's only for like 2 hours or whatever. But I will be back to normal-ish streamings next week. I think that's the only. This is the only like thing I have really. This Point Crow party is the last like big thing that should take up a bunch of my time, and then I should be. Good to go. What is your company called? Well, I need to make a company because I'm gonna like hire more people, and as part of that, I should probably be an actual company and not just like a dumb idiot who just sits in his bedroom without a company. So I looked up today. I don't want to tell you the name, but I looked up the name today, and it's not taken. It's not Doug LLC. That was my old one, and then I realized I probably shouldn't call it that. I hope Parkser got you covered. I do talk to Parkser about how it works. It's not called Divorce LLC. No, I mean, it's a great, really great name. I don't think people would... Actually, Divorce LLC might be taken. You can't, like, if it's taken by another... Oh, I could name it Zorbies, maybe. Probably not. That would be funny. Doug Mart LLC is actually a hilarious idea. I didn't really want it to have the word Doug in it, though. Like, kind of the point would be that it's not entirely based on me, you know? That would be the hope, as it expands a little bit beyond just me personally doing everything. Why do you have 111 unread Steam messages? I didn't even realize this is a thing. I guess I could have you, while we're waiting for the alerts to go through, we could have you guys write a review. I've never written a Steam review. How do you do it? How do you write a review? Where do you click? Go to the library page? Write a review.
Ahoy, Doug. I feel compelled to cover public domain sea shanties for you to use since they all got claimed. Is that something you'd actually want? Also, much love to Rosa.
Sorry, that message is from a long time ago. If you're still here, I guess email me about it.
Jesus, take the wheel.
DougDoug@DougDoug.com. B Sergeant, if you're still here, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. The Monterey Bay have estimates for how long the donation would sustain the exhibit. I didn't ask about that. They probably wouldn't be able to give me like explicit numbers about what specifically the money's being used. I'm sure it goes into an overall budget, which is then just decided, and probably there's some amount of like proprietary stuff they don't want to share. I don't know. And I don't know if the money we donated to the Monterey Bay Aquarium only goes to Rosa. It probably helps various exhibits and projects they're doing. Okay, either we have an AI review this, or you guys could write it. I guess we can have an AI write it. It's probably funnier. Wait, am I not logged in? Wait, what? I'm doing a tutorial? Hold on. Wait, am I not logged in? Skip tutorial. Stop. What is happening? No. Log in. What is going on? Hold on. Please hold. How do I write this? Like, this is my review for the world.
What about a henna tattoo?
I don't know what that is, actually. I've never understood what henna is. I know people talk about it. And sorry, everything is really delayed. I had everything paused while I was talking about stuff. This is my review for the critically acclaimed video game.
Hey Doug,
Another
as someone who has lots of tattoos, just wanna say that you not wanting a permanent tattoo is completely understandable. You def shouldn't get one if you're not comfortable. I'm sure Queen Rosa understands.
Yeah. Henna is semi-permanent. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, at this point, I'm locked in. Yeah, it's weird. It's strange. When we were doing the fundraiser, I was like, yeah, tattoo sounds funny. It's in the same way I'm like, I'd be down to dye my hair or something. Where I'm like, yeah, I'll just embarrass myself for a while. Who cares? And then afterwards, as I spent a couple weeks like thinking through it and like getting an actual design, it was like, oh, I'm like really uncomfortable with this. It's strange. Normally, I just don't care, and I'm willing to just do dumb stuff to myself. But I get probably the idea of like literally permanently on your body is maybe where it changes a little bit. Laser tattoo removal. Yeah, I mean, I looked into that, but then it was like, why would I get a tattoo if my intention is to go remove it for like, and it takes like 2 years to remove and whatnot. So again, I've mentioned it a bunch of times at this point. I really hate the idea of not doing a permanent tattoo because I said that was going to be the plan. Now, I mean, now we'll have the temp one. But I did not expect like how much that would kind of not be something I'm comfortable with. Normally, as you guys know, I'm pretty down to embarrass myself. So I don't exactly know why that's the case. Maybe I'll go to a tattoo at some point in the future. I'm not sure. One thing I did realize is that I am just not the type of person who would ever get like a character of a tattoo, regardless of what it is. Like an animal or anything like that. I would never get anything like that. I'm just like not the type of person who like is into art in that way. I would maybe do like a pattern or something. Like I like the idea of like music notation or something like that. But anyways, that's a little bit of why. Again, I do apologize for people who are really sincerely invested in the tattoo thing. I hate changing the plan, but I'll make sure I think through this stuff more in advance in the future so that I am definitely am not changing stuff. But we've done a fuckload of different things at this point for the charity stream. So hope everybody's had a good time with it. This is my review for the critically acclaimed. How about I'll let it generate 1 or 2, and then I'll talk about, and then I'll put in a line as, yeah, Jornker. I'll put in, and then I reached level 13. So we'll have that as like a midway point in this. Wait, what music should I play? Is this going to be a happy? Like we could have happy music? Or are we expecting it to be dramatic? I'm not quite sure. Okay, we'll start with this. We'll see where it goes. This is my review for the critically acclaimed video game, Another Otter, which Doug played on stream and beat in under an hour. I want to try to give it a little context. A 2D platformer. Yeah, maybe, okay, we'll guide it through each thing. We'll be like, first off, the graphics. This is my review for the critically acclaimed video game, Another Otter, a 2D platformer which Doug played on stream and beat in under an hour. First off, the graphics. There are no textures to be found anywhere. So everything was created entirely from pixels and lines of code. That's true. It's like a really fancy ASCII drawing tool. The backgrounds, characters, and enemies have all been made with this method, as has the music, which makes it feel like more like a cartoon than a game. This might not sound like a good thing at first, but trust me when I say that it adds to the charm of the experience. The background art is absolutely gorgeous, with each scene being full of detail and vibrant colors. Hold on. Let's just look at it real quick as a reminder. Okay, yeah, that checks out. Next. What other part of the game? Hi, Mobbin. We'll get to the story. What after graphics? Okay. Next up, the gameplay. The controls here are super simple. You can jump by holding down one key and press the other two to grab onto things. You can also double jump by pressing both keys at once. There are some obstacles in your way, such as spikes or pits of poison. So make sure to use these abilities wisely. There aren't any weapons to pick up or power-ups to collect either, so it's pretty much just running around and jumping over spikes until you reach the end. Wow. That said, there are a few items scattered throughout the levels that can be used to help you out. But now we've got to talk about the story. I don't understand how it picked that up.
We don't care that you won't get the tattoo. Just glad you rose to the challenge and came up with an otter option instead.
Otter option, thank you. As mentioned earlier, there isn't a lot of content to the game. You'll only visit 3 different worlds, and even then, they're really short. But don't let the brevity of the game fool you, because each world has its own unique plot, and while they may be
autonomy is important, and doing something permanent when you feel uncomfortable is never a wise decision.
Thanks. While they may be too brief to truly develop into anything, the writing does manage to do a decent job of getting across their respective
temporary tattoos
messages.
over and over again for years.
That's a good idea. The writing does manage to do a decent job of getting across their respective messages. The first world is about the importance of friendship, whereas the second focuses on respecting others and yourself. But the story has a darker side to it. Hi, Roach. Yeah, Roach, we're starting it now.
The TTS still pronounces this right. Tournament, tournament, tournament.
Don't understand why it does that. But the story has a darker side to it. If you pay close attention during the boss fight against the final boss, you'll realize why the game ends exactly how it does. So what did I think of the game? Well, it wasn't perfect. Until I reached level 13. At that point, I started playing with the difficulty settings. With them maxed out, it becomes completely impossible to die without using items. And most of the levels are only accessible once you've completed them several times. As someone who plays games to see how far I can get without dying, this probably sounds like heaven. Unfortunately, I feel like this takes away from the challenge that was present in the original version of the game. You see, okay, I want it to be, hold on. I want it to be like personal, like that one guy, the guy who posted that review. His was very personal. How do I give it a prompt to talk about how this affected my personal life?
Hey Doug, did you take the time to memorize the Zubby's script on your way to the aquarium?
Oh shit, no, I'll do that this weekend. You see, this game was exactly what I needed after the divorce. By having that extra bit of difficulty turned on, it made me want to figure out how to complete each level without dying, which meant that I had to try new strategies and learn from my mistakes. In fact, I went through the entire game in 3 days because I kept going back to previous levels and trying to find a better route to take. It helped me stay focused, which ultimately led me to beating it within an hour. What? If you know me, then you should understand how big of a deal this is. All right, so this line about the divorce just kind of peters away after the one thing. Okay, in conclusion, my thoughts on Another Otter are this. I'll say, to summarize. All right, end of the review. No, music was mentioned at the beginning. All right, fine. We'll do a quick... And don't even get me started on the bassoon. I'm serious, though. It's amazing. Seriously, I need a song called Let Me Be Your Bassoon right now. Anyways, this game is a must-have for any otaku? Where did that come from? To summarize my thoughts on Another Otter are this. It's a great game and I recommend it. However, if you're looking for something more challenging, then I suggest playing it in normal mode. Rating, 9 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10. Is that even a rating you can give it on Steam? No. Okay.
Put it on your titty.
Thank you. Unfortunately, people did not vote for it there. Let me format this thing. All right, that's a nice review. How do I post it? Post review. So am I up in the store page now? Product received for free. How did he get this for free? How do you see what the new ones? Where's my review? Review type, purchase language, date range. Recent. Stupid otter. How dare you? Anyway, it's probably in there somewhere. He got a review copy. Ugh.
Trump stamp and start only, Doug.
Alright, we do need to do Pornhub Patreon at some point. Alright. Well, we're pretty much wrapped up. Now I just have a whole bunch of... That review has 111 hours on record? What? What? It took less than 10 minutes to beat the whole game. Even if he left it on, that's like 5 days. What other games is he playing? Can I see how much he's played? Okay, a lot of TF2, nice. He's played more of another otter than Half-Life Episode 2. Anyway. USR Gabriel, thank you very much. Okay. I think I'm going to call it. Shit. The alerts are just really far behind. I guess while they're coming through, I will give one more update. On
help me,
ads.
help me. I'm the real Doug. This man has me captured in his basement. Please help.
There's no proof. Prove it. In this country, in the Declaration of Independence, alright, the burden of proof is on you. I don't have to do shit.
Hey Doug, I'm watching your stream from work while my wife watches from home with our baby. You have been there for them more than I have, and are more a father to my child than me.
True.
Therefore, I happily concede my wife and child to you.
Good.
Anyway, what's going on? Hey Doug, congrats on being the new governor of Washington.
Hey, you can come visit us for Thanksgiving. Thank you. Am I the new Washington governor? I'm not clear on that. One more thing. We're waiting on alerts to somewhat close out. Ads. Everybody loves ads. Ads. Woo. As I mentioned last stream, Twitch is pushing ads more. It does not seem like I have not played any ads on Twitch in the past. They now are really strongly encouraging people to play more and more ads on their stream, and they're pushing that as a way to make more money. I had that activated last week. Does not seem like people really love having ads pop up once an hour. I only have it like once an hour. I have a 60-second ad once an hour, which, to be clear, I think is like a pretty reasonable amount of ads. It's not very much. But I still get that that's like annoying when it pops up during gaming and stuff. So I deactivated it today. We tried it last day or two. We deactivated it today. So that's why they're still happening today. Yeah, I may turn it back on in the future. I think especially if Twitch is like, hey, this is the way you're gonna actually make any kind of money. Rag 'em up, and thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. But right now, I'd rather, I mean, you guys donate and sub a lot. I don't think I need to spam you with ads. So they're deactivated. So just a little update there. That does mean the pre-roll ads are going to turn back on. So I cannot deactivate ads entirely. If I run ads in the middle of the hour, then it deactivates pre-roll ads, meaning ads when you first show up. It deactivates those for like 20 minutes. So those will be back on full, but we'll see. I will figure it out. I am like not trying to squeeze you guys for money like a tube of toothpaste. That's really not my goal. A lot of people hate pre-roll ads, but I don't have the ability to turn those off. And it does not seem like playing an ad every hour is something that people are like excited about either. So anyway, pre-rolls are better than mid-roll ads. I hate pre-roll ads a lot. I would much rather have an ad play in the middle of an hour rather than at the beginning. But it seemed like people are really not excited about having them just fire randomly. Yeah, exactly. It's like if they show up at like an important moment, like when I was
Jesus,
doing
take the wheel.
when I was doing Planet Coaster. Mikael Jordan, if you're still around, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. For people who were around last week, like everybody was really upset whenever ads played, and I don't really want to deal with that every hour. Zooboing, thank you so much for the 12 months. Thank you, thank you. I only mod for my deep, passionate love for Doug's pre-roll ads. I mean, I would deactivate them entirely if I could. I get more than enough support from you guys. I guess it is just a warning of like, Twitch is really pushing in this direction. They have come out and said that they're basically never gonna give me a better ad split. Hi, Hungry I'm Satan, thank you. They're never gonna give me a better ad split. So the ad revenue is, or sorry, the sub split. The sub split, I'm never gonna get a 70-30 split. They will not give that to me. Even though at this point, I think I'm like a top 500 stream. It's like a fairly big stream at this point. But they're clear like that's not happening. And instead, they're really trying to push people towards playing more ads. So I am going to go back to how it was, which is fine with me. But as a warning, things may change down the road if they continue to push in that direction of being like, hey, that's the way that you make any kind of money or monetize what's going on, I might lean into it. But we'll see. I don't know. For the most part, I am fortunate. I don't need to, really squeeze for money or subs or whatever. So I try to go for what is a more enjoyable viewer experience. And we'll see what happens with Twitch, dude. I don't know. And maybe I'll try streaming on YouTube to some degree. I don't want to fully switch to YouTube because I like Twitch. Twitch is fun. It's fun having the community stuff. The chat's better. The features are better. The community is better. It's definitely more enjoyable here. I might try some YouTube streams and just see how they go. Kanarin, thank you very much for the 12 months. Monterey Bay is live. Yeah, I'll raid them or probably Point Crow. Yeah, I don't like watching streams on YouTube. I think it's a pretty bad experience. And I think that for me as a streamer, where a lot of what I'm doing is interacting with Twitch, I would really have a downgrade if I went over to YouTube. So I might try it at some point, but I'm not I'm not really trying to push over to that anytime soon. But Point Crow, for example, is doing not a sponsor, a YouTube stream once a week. And that seems like maybe that could be cool, but I don't know. Yeah, there's Ludwig's extension, which I've looked into, and that's fine, but it's only for people who use the extension. That's not for everybody, and it's not on mobile. So even if you have a plugin that replicates the Twitch experience, it's not going to do it for everybody. And it's not on by default. It's just, yeah, it's not great. I also don't really want to have all my eggs in the YouTube basket. I don't want to have all my eggs in one dog hole. I would rather split them in 2 dog holes so that if YouTube fucks me for something randomly, that way it's not I'm not ruined, If I was entirely in the YouTube hole and I don't know, I got banned or just everything fell apart or something, then yeah, that would be a little bad. From what I understand, if you're partnered on Twitch, they don't want you to stream on other platforms. Yeah, I am not allowed to co-stream YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I could stream on Twitch and the next day stream on YouTube. I can't do them both at the same time. So I'm not allowed to do both. I probably would if I could, and then I would just read the Twitch chat instead of the YouTube chat, but I don't know. I'm fortunate in that things are doing really well, and I don't really need to make them better right now. Sir Spam, thank you so much for the 12 months. Thank you. Are you Twitch partner? Don't you get 70-30? No. So the way this has worked, Twitch partners get a 50-50 split, an ad in the money that you give. Historically, it used to be that if you had 500 subs, then you could reach out to somebody at Twitch and they would bump you up into a 70-30 split. And so I am sort of like a recent streamer. I'm like a newer streamer. And in the last couple years, they basically stopped doing that and not allowing people to get up to the 70-30 split. And I've reached out and asked them a couple times. And at this point, I'm big enough on Twitch that they really should do that for me. And basically finally got a clear you know, answer of like, hey, that's not the direction it's going. And then 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whenever, they came out and said, we are never doing 70-30 splits for anybody, and we're taking people who are currently on that that sub split off of it, sort of, after $100,000 of subscription revenue. Doug just wants money and he hates us. True, true, true. You're finally seeing through my ruse. That's why I'm disabling ads on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch has a bunch of issues. Oh, while we're waiting for alerts to pop through, I want to shout out. Boom! There's another Peggle tournament coming up. I am not going to be participating in this one. I'm going to be traveling. But if you enjoy Peggle speedrunning and you want to participate in the next event, Peggle Battle Royale 5, Shock and Awe, it's happening this Sunday, right? Saturday. This Saturday. Boom! Here is the form. I am spamming it into chat. Go ahead and click that link and sign up. These have been very, very, very fun. I highly recommend it if you are interested in all.
I just got here. What is happening?
Monteray Bay Aquarium. Ban him. Stop spamming. Anyway, click the link. Go play some Peggle. It's a really good time. It's really well organized. It's really well done. I have a blast with them. I will not be in this particular one, but recommend you to go check it out or watch if you are around on Saturday. Lots of people will stream it. Man, these mods really just are not enforcing the spam nowadays, huh? That guy is just going crazy in chat. No discipline. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's in the poll. I think that's all I got for today. We talked about ads. What else did we talk about? We talked about ads. We talked about Monterey. Oh, I'm gonna publish a video too. I have a video. It's of the fidget toy tier list. Sir, I'm gonna. Okay, Mobbit has given me an official warning. I've been warned. No, spam is not allowed now. Okay. I am gonna sort of wrap up. Let me see if there's any messages I can reply to. Go for another otter speedrunner. There's only one runner and you could beat it. There's no way that's real. He beat it in 4 minutes?
This is my first cheer and I just wanna say fart jokes are always funny.
Okay, I kind of want to take one shot at beating this guy's speedrun. I could beat this. I could beat this. I could beat this. I could beat this. We're going for the speedrun. Okay, what's his time? El Chewy! I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing your name. Thank you very much for the 12 months. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm beating this speedrun. This is pretty aggressive. 4 minutes, 21 seconds. Can we gamble on it? Yeah, mods, can you throw up a prediction? Do I beat... First try. Do I beat the Another Otter speedrun?
Hoo.
Thank you, Gabby. Hold on.
Hey, Doug, you should get a big fan to put in front of your face and turn it on when the fart gates open so they're in your face.
That is funny. That is very funny. I don't know where I would... I don't think I have the space for it. I love the idea.
Been a fan for a long time. Ever since your TF2 with food, Hearthstone Championship and WoW speedrun. You're awesome. Keep doing what you do best.
Mikhail, if you're still around, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm going to take the tattoo off my ass. 1 second. Ow! Are you question marking? Your camera is closed. Yeah, I'm not showing you.
Doug, I got engaged last week. I can't wait to get divorced and join this awesome community.
Congrats! I hope it's wonderful. Whatever part of that journey you're most excited for, I hope it's wonderful. Change the category. Another otter is actually here. Okay. Need a 420 for world record. Are you gonna do more AI invasion? Yeah, at some point.
A streamer
I definitely
left
want to
the
do more.
border of a temporary tattoo on his bottom. This is what happened to his chat.
I have not had a lot of opportunities to do long streams recently, and AI invasions need a lot of time. I've generally been pretty busy in the evenings. Okay, here's my question. Who on earth would fucking doubt this? Who on earth would believe that I'm not going to crush this shit? The prediction is messed up. What do you mean? I couldn't see the prediction. Wait, the prediction looks fine. What do you mean? Do I actually have the... Wait, why isn't this playing? Huh? Why isn't this playing? What on earth is happening?
Hey Doug, could you say hey Bobby?
What's up, Bobby? What's up? Game? Jesus, take the wheel. The multiple choice don't show up on mobile. Really? Yeah, this is the custom Twitch chat is coming song I made. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, it's muted! That's why! Okay, alright.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ,
god,
this is so
Vosa
loud.
is so cute.
Damn right. Alright. 4 minutes. I have to beat 4 minutes and 21 seconds. So 420. I gotta get 420. Ready. Set. We're restarting. Sorry, believers. Wait, when did the run start? Hold on, when did he start it? Okay, it's when he clicked one. Scuba Dooba, thank you so much for the 12 months, appreciate it. Okay, ready? Set. Go. Okay, I take 2 hearts by walking off the edge. Jesus, take the wheel. No! That's bullshit! Okay, just stay to the side. I can do it. Don't worry, I'm really good at 2D platformers. Is this it? Level 13? Oh, shit, I didn't need that extra jump. Ah! Waste of time there. How far am I? I don't know. Ah! That's not fair. How much longer do I have? It can't be that much more. I can't turn the music off. Time. Oh my god! I got the world record! Yes! I'm the greatest Another Otter player of all time! Literally best in the world! Yes! Fuck yes! You were here, chat. Huge accomplishment. My Steam review is live. Wait, if I change my Steam name, will that show up as the review? Another Otter world record holder. Just dethroned the one speedrunner of this game. Yeah. Now I'm the greatest in the world. Some guy who probably spent half his life trying to achieve that world record and you just swiped it from him. Sorry, when you're the best at Another Otter, you don't take prisoners. Adric, make a speedrun category for level 13. Tell you what, you can go and dive into the bowels of the Another Otter speedrun community. I'm going to be happy with my world record. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. I still feel like I'm behind on alerts and stuff. They're still going. I'm going to shout out some of the top ones just to be able to move on. I do have some other stuff to take care of. The next couple days, I'm just trying to set up things so that next week I can go. But let me just shout folks out. Fallen Angel, thank you for the message. I have not heard of Thankmas, but I will look into it. I don't know what that is. I rule, thank you for the 300 bits. I was trying to call out folks who donated where your thing isn't going to pop up. Thank you very much for all the subs. Did you go to the Monteray Aquarium? Did you get them to breed war jellyfish and war crabs for the Empire of Dougtopia? Chattern may have to respond in kind. Look, I may or may not have learned about new war fish technologies inside of the Monteray Bay Aquarium. Okay, Burgermeister, you told me about the Another Otter speedrun. Frankly D. Roosevelt, maybe the real one. Thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Semi-great. Seeing Rosa rolling and spinning was so cathartic. Hey, I'm glad. I'm glad, Kate. Hey, Doug, it is I, the bread god, once again, here to say I love your community. It's been rough. You're welcome. I hope things are better soon. Thank you for watching 2.5 years. Appreciate it. I need therapy after 13 months. True. I'm not sure you're qualified to write this review. You haven't completed all the achievements. Thanks, Oz. Do a Rosathon, like a subathon for charity, and we'll donate 10 million and possibly drink olive oil. I don't think I can physically do a subathon, but we'll see. My wife may be gone, but at least Zorbies keeps me warm at night. I don't think they're meant to be used as a blanket. I'm willing to bet a permaban that Twitch Chat could beat your precious little otter game in 10 lives or less with ease. Prappa, I don't want to ban you. You'd get permabanned. You can just say that I'm a coward and that's why I'm not doing it, but it's really to spare you a permanent ban, because you would get destroyed. Flower Bear YouTube. I would love if you zorbed all over the Twitch advertising regime. I will actually look into that. I want to see how much it costs to run Twitch ads. That would be really funny to just annoy people with shitty ads. Because then it could just be ads of me just like eating a bag of potato chips. And there's nothing in it. And then people just have to like look at me for a while. It doesn't even have my like channel name or anything. There's nothing advertised. It's just wasting people's time. I'm gonna see how much it costs. I don't know if there's like an easy way to do it. The Rosa promo as an ad. Your review is the most helpful on the Steam page. Let's go. Hold on, this isn't private info, is it? Let's save. Most helpful reviews in the past 30 days. Hell yeah. Where were you when Billy Mays went to heaven? Exactly. Awesome user. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. I think we got everybody. This is the most divorce any divorce gets. Ton of subs. Did you look at how much Martin Shkreli donated? To Monteray Bay Aquarium? Oh, cool, and I got this one. Wait, I can play credits. Where's credits? Boom. Are you looking for an illustrator or concept artist? Not right now. So I'm gonna be... I don't know if hiring is maybe not the right word. I'm gonna be getting additional people to help me run stuff on my channels. We might do like community contests more or like merch or something. I don't know exactly what the plan is. In fact, that's the point. The point is to figure out the plan. So maybe we'll start like looking at designer type things. I'm not sure. I've basically,
hey, Doug,
you know, managed everything outside of editing by myself.
Google,
and I want to try to change
started.
that.
I think this is Google's way of kicking us off Monteray Bay Aquarium's best girl list.
Yeah, let's raid Monterey. Thank you very much to everybody who subbed and donated today. I'm sorry if your sub didn't pop up on screen. I just had to kind of stall it a little bit because I'm talking and it's hard to talk while there's text-to-speech going off. 100% another otter win. How do you 100% it? There's nothing else to do. What is Monteray Bay Aquarium's Twitch title? I always forget.
Can you look how much Mark Shkreli donated?
Something tells me that when he was in prison, that he was not donating. There we go. All right, cool. We're going to raid the Monteray Bay Aquarium. Be sure to go and say hi. Oh, there are achievements. Got it, got it. We'll look into it. Maybe this is one of those situations where there will be a robust speedrunning community, and I'll have to revisit it. What's the artist name? Oh yeah. Again, if you would like to follow the artist of the Rosa tattoo that we did, Monteray Art, her stuff is really wonderful, and she has commissions open if you're interested in getting something made. Cool. That's gonna be it. Thanks again for watching. Don't we help you run things? You do help me run things. I mean, mods help run all the community stuff. You guys already do everything, but I'm more thinking stuff like merch or additional creative projects, stuff that is, or even like helping me prep. I have like a game show that I want to do. But it takes a while to prep a game show. So, for example, having somebody help with that. And so I have the people in mind already to do this. This is what I've been figuring out. And we're going to get going with this next week, basically. So I'm just trying to get all the pieces in motion. And maybe additional things will start happening and I can, you know, we'll post about it or whatever. But we'll look into it. I want more responsibility. Mobbin, you're hired. Have $1. Text me your address. I'll send $1 at it. Okay, I'm going to raid the Monteray Bay Aquarium. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out and participating.
New donation incentive for the next Rosa birthday stream.
I think
if the community donates $50,000 to go down a bottle of Tuscan olive oil live on stream in honor of Rosa. Pog in the chat if you agree.
Okay, I missed the raid. I'm restarting the raid. Yeah, so this today concludes all of the celebrations of Rosa's birthday for this year. But next year, I will do a better job of thinking of some fun milestones in advance that we can do. Oh wait, did the raid happen? Are you here? Is anybody here? No one is here, we raided. Oh. Wait, then how are you here? How are you telling me? Well, whatever. Oops. Yeah, you guys are special. You're the elite. Oh wait, no, I wanted to tell everybody to go watch my video. God damn it. That was the whole point. Fuck. Whatever. I came back and you're still talking. Whatever. Who cares? I'm going to post a YouTube video if you want to go watch it. Bye.